Canada gets us started with Sarah Wilkes making her Olympic debut at the age of 36. So, what can we expect, Jamie? These two teams are very good.
Exactly. Both of these teams are playing very well coming into this game, but they are coming off of losses in that semifinal. Especially Rachel Homan, we saw a little lack of confidence in her game. So this game is all going to be about who can handle that pressure of a medal and just focus on one rock at a time.
Another athlete with an Olympic debut, Taylor Anderson Heidi. Her best game came against the Italians, shooting 97% accuracy. These are the early stones in each and every end. As you watch this bronze medal match, you may be new to curling. We see the early stones coming in, and people might say, wow, there are 8 stones per team per end. How do these stones even matter into a match, but how important are the leads?
The setup is so important in an end, just to be able to try to accomplish your end objective. Whenever you have the hammer, you're trying to score a multiple, but the first end of a 10-end game, sometimes that can be different. We've seen Team USA oftentimes try to blank that first end to flip the hammer right off the bat and have that hammer in the even ends.
Top in this line. Go. Keep going. Nice shot.
Canadians bring their second stone into the 8-foot area. For the USA, as you mentioned, trying to get that 0 or blank end. For the USA, in 7 of 10 games, the first end was blanked by the team with the hammer.
Like a 3-4. Top 12. Hey, you have to go a bit. Go if you need to. It should curl. Just go if you need to for weight. Yep.
Calling the come around freeze here. This already becomes a battle of the angles inside that 4-foot area. Trying to position your stone perfectly frozen onto that red stone. Just comes up a little bit light and actually acts as a centerline guard for Team Canada.
As you see the house area there, the colored rings, that's Rachel Homan. Maybe the best curler on the planet on the women's side. There you see the house. The blue is the 12-foot, the white the 8-foot, the green the 4-foot, the center, the button where you see the Olympic rings, and it's the most light-colored stones there. They're closest to that area. These two teams did play in the round robin, the United States needing 2 in the final end. They got it and came away with their first ever win against Team Canada in Olympic play. The Canadians are 8-1 against Team USA.
Line's good.
The second for this Canadian team is Emma Miskew. What does it mean to Canada to get a medal, especially gold, which is almost expected in Canada? Well, after the loss in the semifinals to Sweden in a post-game interview, Emma Miskew started to break down. She teared up, was crying. There's so much emotion and so much pressure on Team Canada. And she showed some of it there. So, for Team USA, led by Tabitha Peterson, their skip, making her 3rd Olympic appearance. She has been fantastic. As she goes, so goes this team. And they added Corey Teesey from 4 years ago, the new 3rd. Corey won a silver in mixed doubles with Corey Dropkin, the first female for Team USA to ever come away with an Olympic medal. The U.S. are trying to come away with their first ever team women's medal in an Olympic Games. Will this be the day as Team USA and Canada play for bronze in Cortina?
Okay, it's fine.
That's Tara Peterson, the sister of Tabitha, and she's the energy bunny on this team. Boy, she'll keep you light, has a good time out there, plays to the crowd.
Team Canada here doesn't have the hammer, so their objective is to try to shrink that scoring area and bring the play in towards the middle. So a very nice hit and roll there right to the center line by Team Canada.
Here's the squad for Team Canada. The 2 names to watch, Emma Miskew, who just threw stones for Canada, and Rachel Homan, the skip. She is the story for this team. She was the skip in 2018 when Team Canada did not make the semifinal. She went to mixed doubles in 2022 in Beijing, did not get to the semifinals. So there is the question, is there an Olympics jinx for the skip of the team that is the back-to-back world champions?
Line good. Just tight.
trying to shake that in Cortina as they play for bronze.
Hard line. Top 12. Hard line. We got it hard. Hard, Corey, up. Top it. Whoa.
Was trying to get that frozen on the red in the top of the 8 foot. The speed was pretty good, just over curled, wrecking on the rock in the top of the 12 instead.
10.
Leaves an opportunity here for Team Canada to chase that stone and once again get their shooter to roll slightly towards that center line.
As Team USA plays Team Canada, maybe the best person to watch this game and explain it to all of us is Jamie Sinclair, who sits by my side. Jamie participated for Team USA, won 3 national championships, represented Canada as well, was involved in 2 other national championships on the Canadian side, so you have the most unique view of this particular game for bronze.
It's really I'm in an interesting spot here. Actually, I've played with most of the players out on the ice, so I've got a little inside information.
And we'll use it here today for you on this bronze medal day. For Team USA, will they win their first ever women's team medal?
Whoa.
Corey Teesey delivering the first of 2 for her. Corey Teesey played with Corey Dropkin, who you see on the left. They won silver in mixed doubles. A great moment for them. Linda Christensen, Corey's mom, in attendance. Corey Dropkin's living his best life, right? Since he won silver, he is sticking around, having fun, and the loudest one cheering for Team USA.
The best cheerleader, and just soaking up the whole experience of the Olympic Village. Living his best life for sure.
Whoa. Hard push. Hard.
How about that connection for Team Canada? They removed not 1 but 2 yellow stones of Team USA. Canadian fans very happy with the throw of the new third on this team, Tracy Fleury, making her Olympic debut. And that's why Rachel Homan asked her to be on the team. Her shot making, how good is she?
So good. Such a solid delivery, so consistent, very easy to read her throws. But also credit to Rachel Homan for being able to really see those angles and make that line call so accurately.
Top 8. Top 8. Top 4 if you can. Mine's good.
Team USA now trying to draw around the pile of rocks on the center line to get shot rock top of the 4 foot.
Wait's good. Line's good. Wait there. Yep. Yes, come on, you gotta stay on it. Whoa. Okay. Good.
Corey Teesey draws to the button, and now it goes beyond that tee line. So Canada can work on that stone. Rachel Homan pulls it into the 8 foot. A little heavy that time?
They were. Unfortunately, they had to sweep to hold that rock straight to get it past the guard and the rocks in the top of the 8 foot. So that adds a little bit of distance. This rock went a couple feet farther than they would have liked.
Once it passes that tee line, the opposite team can work on that stone. That's why Rachel Homan was in there with the Canadian broom, giving it a good scrub.
It's perfect. Top button.
Yeah.
Otherwise, take it right back.
Okay, doesn't feel quite as fast as coming home.
Okay.
Like 2 feet less. Or, 2 feet slower.
You're about to see the best on the planet.
On its own.
Yeah.
Like a 14-7.
I like that. How are you throwing it?
Keep it there. Curls.
Rachel Homan. Her dominance, everyone is in awe of what she can do and what she can see on the ice. Releases at the hog line.
Go ahead, then. I like this.
Nice.
6, 7.
Yeah, line.
Yeah. Wait, close.
Hard line.
Hard line. Line only. 8.
Wait only.
8.
Close there. Line only. Close heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Hard, Sarah. Hard.
They're going to get it by that red guard.
Keep on it, guys.
And to the button. And then through.
Over curled a little bit. They wanted that rock to either be top of the button or frozen on the nose of the yellow in the back of the 8 foot.
Is this another case of the extra scrub? Maybe gave it a
Had
few
to
more
go
feet.
a little bit for line to try to hold it straight, which added a bit of distance. Just kind of got caught in between.
So if you're new it's curling. We talk about the brush, the broom, using a scrub, and what that can do to a stone. It's 42 pounds of granite going on a sheet of ice that's pebbled. So how can the broom affect the way the stone maneuvers?
Basically, sweeping does two things. It can allow the rock to travel farther by warming up the ice and reducing the friction, or you can also manipulate the line or the trajectory of the rock, depending on what angle you're sweeping and what angle you're creating scratches, micro scratches in the ice.
So when you see the athletes working down a stone and giving it a good scrub, it might go a little further than they had hoped.
Right here. Top button. Curl it if you can. Top button. Curl. Above the T-line. Top button. Yep. Go.
Oh, they like it. How about that?
Great draw. Tabitha Peterson just throwing her favorite shot in the game, that draw to the button. Makes no mistake.
Tabitha Peterson shot 96% in a U.S. win over Japan. It's the best ever by a U.S. fourth in Olympic history. As she goes, so goes Team USA. It was a 7-4 win over Japan.
It does, yeah. Did you get a time? 14.
On mine? Yeah.
At number 14, what does it mean?
They're talking about hogline to hogline, how long it takes for that stone to cross one line to the next. Gives the thrower a really good idea of how hard exactly to kick out of that hack.
There's that first hog line. It's the green line. She must release the stone before that. It then travels 72 feet, 24 yards to the next hog line. She wanted a 14. Jamie's got the timer. What is it?
14 exactly.
Wow. Well, you'll see what a 14 on that side of the sheet will do. And it lands on the button. Going to school on the ice in Cortina.
And it's only the first end of the game, Jim.
Lock in, everybody. We're going to have some fun. And you know, this is a chance for you to be interactive at home. You've got a stopwatch, maybe in your hand right now at your phone. You can start to play along. When a player releases that stone at the hog line, start it. When it gets to the next, stop it. Look at that number, and you can start to determine if that shot is well placed or not.
So with the angles of the yellow in the top of the 4-foot and that red that Holman just threw, there is a tap opportunity here for Team USA. Needs to make contact with as much of it as she can see and try to keep her shooter in that 4-foot for a possible score of 2.
So, final rock, first end. When you have the hammer, you get the last shot of the end. Ideally, you want 2 or more. Can the U.S. come away? Big shot by Tabitha Peterson. They got to get it by that red stone. A tap. 4-1. Great shot by Team USA, and they take the lead after one end. The Canadians will have the hammer when we continue. Playing for bronze against Canada. Team Woods again. Set. Play the Red Rocks in this. Sarah Wilkes. See how gotten on the podium since 2014.
Oh, field
missed in
goal.
2018, missed in 2022.
And USA gets a point. Yes.
You gotta come home with a medal. So there's a lot of pressure in that first end. U.S. with hammer used to get that one. You can feel the pressure right now. You can sense what these two teams are going through.
Absolutely, and there's a bit of difference just as far as body language on the two teams. Team Canada possibly playing a little tighter. You're seeing Team USA really enjoying the crowd and playing off of them, playing a little bit looser. So curious to see how that plays out throughout this game.
As the lead for Canada, they play the Red Rocks in this. Sarah Wilkes delivers a guard off to the side of that center line. Taylor Anderson Heidi, 30 years old.
I need a curl. Does it need a curl? Yeah, it's got a curl. Just a 2.
opponents in the house. Team Canada with the hammer in the second end. Second stone coming for their lead. Sarah Wilkes, a registered psychotherapist, and we know how much sports psychology means to this game. Team USA swears by it, both individually and as a team. You've worked with the sports psychologist for Team USA, Dr. Carly Anderson. It's a big part of their success. A little rub right there. For Team USA, how did they get here? Well, heck of a start. They won 4 of their first 5, put themselves in a position to get into the semifinal. But they needed a win in their final game against Switzerland, and they got it in extra ends 7-6. But in the semi, had to take on the Swiss one more time. And the U.S. were taken to school by a veteran team, losing 7-4 Switzerland, showing them how to manage ends in that game. So the U.S. now playing for bronze against Canada. You know, it's interesting when you have that hammer, you'd like to get a multiple score of 2 or more. Both of these teams, U.S. and Canada, in the semifinal, with hammer never got a multiple. They only scored singles through both matches for both teams.
Really good.
Do you change your strategy once you get to the playoffs?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. If it's been working so far, there's probably no need to change your strategy. The thing when you get to playoffs is the pressure, and that's where that sports psychology training really comes in. And it comes down to you're going to score multiples on your hammer if you're able to set up the ends properly and follow it with execution with everybody else's stones. Both of these teams just slightly on the wrong side of the inch in those semi-final matches. So trying to sharpen the axe and come out firing today.
So same weight?
Yeah, your last one was good weight.
Here's what's at stake for Team USA. There's 6 nations that have appeared in every curling event since curling came into the Olympics in 1998 in Nagano. The U.S. being one of the 6, but they're the only team never to have won a medal on the women's side. And this is their opportunity here, the bronze medal match against Team Canada.
Clean. Curl. Press. Curl, can you get it that way? Okay.
So the United States playing the Yellowstones with 3 in the house area right now. Canada will have the last shot. For Team USA, their best result happened in Salt Lake City in 2002. It was the same path. They got to the semifinals, had to play Switzerland, lost, then had to take on Canada for bronze.
I like this for now.
Came in 4th that year. They're hoping to change the ending to that fairy tale. Emma Miscue. Her final rock. Second end as the Canadians will have the last shot of the second.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay, Tyler.
There is a 3rd member of our crew. Let's bring in Kira K. Dixon. Kira?
Yeah, Jim, when I spoke with head coach of Team USA Curling, Phil Dropnik, he told me this is the big one. The ladies are in a great spot today. They're ready to embrace the underdog role and go up against the number 1 team in the world. They were really happy with the way they played the second half yesterday against Switzerland. He said, we want to carry that forward, start the game that way, make sure our rock position is a little bit better. More importantly today, they want to just go out and enjoy their last game together. They don't know when they'll be on the ice together again, if they'll ever make it here again. And while Canada is the number 1 team, they haven't had their best tournament. In particular, Team USA can challenge them on draws, focusing on Emma at second and Rachel at skip, and forcing them to have to throw some draws and touch shots.
Kira, thank you very much. A lot to chew on there. Corey Tisi said the same thing. Got off to a slow start against the Swiss. Can't do that in our next game. We were chasing that first half an awful lot. We've got to turn that around as we get ready to take on Canada. But also they said enjoy themselves in the moment. That's part of that sports psychology, right? Enjoy the moment you're in.
It is, and you can see that it's only the second end of this game, and you can already see how much they're enjoying being out there, seeing a lot of high fives, a lot of positive communication, and some great smiles out there.
Whoa, to the back. We're to the back. Yes.
Mark.
Whoa, you're by.
Should we? Nope, don't need to.
Splits the opening, takes it into the house.
Let it die.
So, Canada shot rock right now.
Great draw there, buried behind their corner guard.
6 to 4-7.
You like the freeze over?
Team USA is going to try the freeze, try to get their rock to be corner frozen to this red. The freeze is a difficult shot, though. You don't have a big margin for error at all. The weight needs to be perfect, and the line needs to be perfect. You can't afford to chap off and roll at all.
We're tight to that guard. Shot.
So we see the broom being put down by Tabitha Peterson. If you're new to curling, you're trying to understand the game. Is that where the U.S. would like the rock to land, or is that being used as a target?
That's where her eyes are locked on all throughout that slide and delivery, so it's where you're aiming. That's your target. And that broom, it gives you a good idea of how much exactly the ice is curling. When we see a lot of curl in the ice, that broom will have to go over quite a bit farther.
Oh, no.
So you see that stone started on the left of the center line, curls back to the right side of that center line, taps the red. U.S. line shot rock right now. How do you like the angles?
Well, because of that little chap and roll off, she created a little space between those two stones. So now it gives the opportunity for Team Canada to chase that and get their shooter to roll in behind cover.
All the athletes mic'd up. You'll be able to hear the conversations in game for both teams.
Wait's closed. Off.
Close it!
Off. Wait up. Yes. Oh, no. Not on it. Not on it, girl. Not on it. Keep going.
This has to curl. She's trying to get to the low side of that stone, so all the way across the face.
Go. Hard.
Doesn't quite get there. Unfortunately, punched her second red farther too, so now those yellows are out counting it. They're closer to the button.
Good. Close.
But we're always a guard.
I know, but it's kind of a guard for her.
He knows it though. She's got a double.
Yeah, but although we're still
It's not a double to
here.
roll under.
I think I'm worried if we roll too far, she's going to play threes here, and then that just yeah, it should be a no stop. Okay. Like a 10 or like a little.
Sure.
I like a 9.
Sure. Yeah, this is good. We got a 10.
Can we roll into the side one? But then she just has the straight draw. So I think we want to just roll about a half a rock, like a tiny nose is tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, rather do like the double than like be a guard for her.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you like the decision?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's good discussion there. Thinking about, if they make the shot, what does it leave their opponent, and what would they rather leave her? The draw or the double?
And to give you an idea, for Tabitha Peterson, as she releases that stone at the green hog line, that 42-pound chunk of granite will travel the length of an NBA basketball court, right about 94 feet as she splits the pair, removes the red, leaves hers in the 8-foot. A lot of yellow stones in that house right now.
So it does leave a double for Team Canada. They can try to hit that yellow top of the 8, send it straight back. Maybe even get their shooter to roll in behind cover. Be shot rock.
When you have the hammer, you'd like to get a multiple score. Canada did not get a multiple in their loss in the semifinal to Sweden. First for Rachel Holman.
Little light. Yeah. 8, 9. Little light. Close. Little light. 9. Clean. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
Just over curled a little bit. Slightly missed the line call on that. Shooter rolls out into the open.
Yeah. 9 1.
Really close.
And that yellow stays at the back of the forefoot.
Rachel Holman's an assassin. I mean, she goes after it to win it. But in the game against Sweden, did she look a little different to you?
Just a little lack of confidence. She was really quick to put the broom down for the rest of her players, but when it got to her own shots, that's when you saw a little bit of doubt. So she just wasn't throwing her shots with that same authority that you typically see from Rachel Homan.
Nice nose here, Tim. You got it.
Final rock for the U.S. from Tabitha Peterson.
10-2.
Whoa, weight's close. Whoa, girl. Okay. Hurry, Tim.
Over the top.
Go. Keep going. Okay, go.
They remove that red. So the U.S. line 2 right here.
And avoids the jam on the back, too. That was really important.
They might be line 3.
They are. So they're coming down, and they're just trying to remove that back stone and keep their shooter right there for that single point. She does have the option of just throwing a straight draw. Just needs a bite of the forefoot. But Rachel Homan definitely is, she prefers the takeouts. That's her bread and butter.
So a chance for Canada to get on the board with the final shot of the second end.
Whoa, it's falling. Whoa. Curl. We're not on it. Really gotta curl, Em. You're doing it. Keep going. Keep going.
Good encouragement. The U.S. wants to move that back if they can. It's best thinking time. Is patient on that shot.
Really good.
The same. 2 ends, each team 1 point, scoring when they've had the hammer. Each end being played like it's a chess match. Each shot meaning more than the last. And Team USA will have the hammer
Canada gets a
here on the field of a
point.
bronze medal game. Team USA and Team Canada, the same 2 nations that locked horns in 2002.
Now after the third
Playing
round.
for bronze in that year in Salt Lake City, it was Team Canada coming away with the bronze medal. Team USA finished round robin play. Very impressive. 6-3 overall. 10 teams in round robin play. 9 games are played. They finished second overall. Team Canada also finishing at 6-3.
Go ahead. Gotta curl. Still gotta curl. You can curl. 4-8. Yep.
What a shot.
One more. 8-6. Guys.
And the communication. You heard the number along the way. Boy, how was the communication on that shot?
Really good. That communication really should be constant as that rock is traveling down the sheet. The sweepers are communicating with the person in the house what the speed of that stone is, so where they think it's going to end up. And the person in the house is communicating the line, telling the sweepers when to sweep and how to sweep.
Room. Whoa.
Quick delivery by Team Canada and their lead, Sarah Wilkes. There are 38 minutes of thinking time in a 10-end game.
You gotta go distance.
And we have seen in this tournament thinking time come into play in the 9th and 10th ends. So the quicker you can get a release, the more time you can bang. Nice job by Tracy Fleury, who is the vice skip of this team, helping that rock. Emma Miskew, big on the scrub. Cortina's 4,000 feet above sea level. Playing at altitude, can that have an effect on these athletes?
It affects your recovery, so sweeping coast to coast like that, it's basically going all out in a sprint. And then where it gets challenging is if you do that and then on your next throw you gotta get into the hack, slow your heart rate to deliver a soft weight, precise draw. That's where things become quite difficult.
But we see that in so many different sports throughout these Olympic Games. The biathlon comes to mind, where you're skiing cross-country style, then you have to settle in and aim at a target as the U.S. wrecks off that center line. Remember, that is a no-tick rule, Jamie. So when that center line guard, the rock is touching the center line, what happens? What's the protocol?
For the first 5 rocks of an end, you're not allowed to remove your opposition stone off the center line. So there, Taylor, Anderson, Heidi made contact with it and just punched it ever so slightly off the center line. Team Canada then has the option to either leave it if that benefits them more. It rarely does. So they put everything back to the way it was before that shot was thrown.
And what happens to the American rock?
It gets removed. Yeah.
So it's as if Team USA are going to play 7 stones against 8 stones for Canada, but the US will have the final rock of this third end.
It's only in recent years that rule came into effect, and it's really just to generate more offense, to try to get more rocks in play, more interesting ends, a lot more angles, to make it interesting for the throwers, the players, but also the fans.
Has that rock thrown by Taylor Anderson Heidi changed the end for Canada in the way they're trying to play? Because they would love a steal.
Yes, exactly. So that rock out front, obviously a benefit to Team Canada to have there. They're trying to hide in behind it, generate some offense really close to that center line to shrink the scoring area to either get a force or a steal. They want just somebody to score just a single point.
5 rocks have been played, so was that one touching the center line?
It was, but it is only for the 5 rocks of the end.
I wasn't certain if it was or not, but 5 rocks played, so you can touch it.
I thought that was tight on base.
Third end, bronze medal game. Team USA with 1 in the first. Canada countered with 1 in the second. The US with hammer in the third as Emma Miscue releases for Team Canada.
Team Canada just looking to replace that guard.
Really got a curl.
That was peeled off by Team USA.
Line's good. Whoa. Little bit. Go. Keep going. Good spot.
Team Canada, what a proud curling nation it is.
We've got the same thing.
There are certain sports where they have to produce, and this is one of them. Here is how Team Canada got to this game.
Yeah.
What a slow start for Rachel Homan and company. Yes, a win against Denmark, but Team USA handing them a loss in the second game. They were 1-3 through 4 games and stunned, and you thought maybe the Olympic jinx was on Rachel Homan, but that's when they got hot. They finished the tournament with a win, and Rachel Homan said, listen, we felt we were in a knockout tournament at that point. We were 1-3, couldn't afford anything, so we locked in, stayed true to our process, stayed true to our training and ourselves, got themselves their 5 wins, record of 6-3, into the semis. A loss to Sweden, and they are playing for bronze against Team USA.
2.5, 3.
That was a good look at the slide out of the hack. That's 11 yards from hack to the green hog line, and that's where the athletes release that stone.
Curl it. 1.5. Curl it. Whoa. I think it's there. A little bit more. Curl. Yep. It's really curly.
So another guard set up by Team Canada.
Yes, it did.
Well, what a great history. What a proud history for this nation. You know, there are certain sports where you're supposed to win a medal if you're in Canada. One is the obvious ice hockey. The women got to that gold medal game against Team USA. The women take home silver for Canada. The men will play for gold against Team USA on Sunday in men's ice hockey. But you also have to win a medal if you're a curler in Canada. And they started in brilliant fashion. From 98 in Nagano to 2014 in Sochi, they went home with a medal.
I don't know if you can
But in 2018 and 2022, fell short. How much more pressure is on this Canadian team now?
What kind of weight tab? Easy.
Yeah, it's tough. There's so much pressure on this team. Obviously, Rachel Homan wants redemption for her last 2 appearances in women's and mixed doubles. But you know, once you step out onto the ice, you can't be thinking about that stuff. It really is just you're playing against the rocks and one shot at a time, just trying to stay in the moment as much as possible.
They remove the guard closest to the house. Corey TC played mixed doubles. That's a lot of curling. Playing in the team, and you think, well, maybe she has an advantage with the stones. Well, they changed the stones. They use brand new stones in mixed doubles. First time in tournament play. After mixed doubles, they changed all the rocks. So now you have a new rock book. And what goes into a rock book for these teams?
These teams are tracking any information that they have on the stones. The stones are a product of nature, so they are slightly different, or they can be slightly different. So just tracking those characteristics, if a stone curls more than another, if it digs in a little bit quicker than another. Once you get to the playoffs, you get to choose, for the most part, what stones you're using. So you might pick a game where you threw really well, your shooting percentages were very high. You might choose to throw with those same set of rocks.
Canada, it's target practice for them this end. Centerline guard, centerline guard.
Yeah, just replacing it, trying to protect their shot rock on the top of the forefoot.
How helpful is it that she had just seen that shot and performed that shot moments ago?
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you can throw the same shot over and over, you're just highering the odds of your execution. But Team USA here, it's getting later in the end. They're running out of stones, so they can't just keep peeling those centerline guards. Switching gears and addressing those staggered rocks in the top of the house.
Final rock for Corey TC. Joined the team in 2023. Trying to do something no woman has ever done, which is win multiple medals in curling in the same Olympics. It's only been done once by Oscar Eriksson of Sweden. And that red, they want to move it as far back as they can. They get it into the green area, the forefoot. It's still shot rock for Canada.
It's a good shot. They're trying to get that red stone in behind the tee line so that they can use it potentially as something to freeze to. But where her shooter landed, it does set up a double here for Team Canada. A shot that Rachel Homan loves to throw, and she makes this. She'll also have her shooter sitting in behind cover. Come off that yellow, send both of them out of the rings, and keep her shooter right on that center line.
All right, we see the path. Can Rachel Homan execute?
Yes! 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 Hard!
One, two. Is it enough? Yes, it is. And keeps the shooter as shot rock.
Very nice.
Greatness in action.
Great sweep by Emma Miskew, too, to hold that rock straight, trying to hit that first stone as thick as they could so that they kept that shooter in the forefoot.
And you heard Rachel Homan said you got to go M. That was the signal, and Emma Miskew did just that. What a great atmosphere. It's been a great tournament
It
inside
really
the
has.
Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium.
The crowd's been fantastic.
Trying to get your nose and tap cold. Yeah, we've seen it. Let's go.
Tabitha Peterson has carried Team USA. Can she do it again?
12, 5, 12. Well, see, a little more than Corey's. Girl then. Hard, you gotta go, Tay. Hard, Tay, hard.
Peterson and Heidi angling that broom.
Go.
More pointed as they try to move that stone.
Get that one.
Gets red.
Hard, Terry, yep. Yep.
So they remove, do they? No, they don't. It nips that 12-foot area. Canada shot rock, but it's just below the tee line. What does that do for Team USA, if anything?
They just were trying to get more on the nose, trying to make contact with more of that red stone. They hit it a bit on the high side, so rolling their shooter off a little bit creates some space for Team Canada to chase it. They're trying to remove that yellow stone and get their shooter to roll to that center line. If they can get all of their reds lined up in a row, it makes it difficult for Team USA to score.
11? Yeah, it's very straight.
Or like if it's hanging nose isn't bad. Okay. Yeah.
Canada would love a steal if they can.
All straight. Okay, you got it. We close, please. No. Little light. Hard then. 1 and 2. Oh, stop. Curl. Yeah. Curl. Yeah, that one. Oh, stop him. It's closed them. Yeah.
Removes yellow, rolls.
Just missed the line call again. The weight that she threw was really good. Just over curled a little bit. Wanted her shooter to stop top of the button on that center line.
11-4.
So is there an opening for Tabitha Peterson to draw to the button and give the U.S. their one?
Just I threw it a second harder. Yeah.
It might be there. It's really tough.
So sorry, what kind of
Maybe has to move that red just a couple of inches in order to get her shooter to be shot rocked.
The one behind the tee line or on the tee line?
The one that's just on the left, just behind the tee line.
Little bumps, okay.
So huge shot for Tabitha Peterson. Canada have stolen 9 ends throughout this tournament. The U.S. trying to take the lead on the final stone of the third end.
Easy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where? Top post. Mine's good. Yeah, great girl. Whoa, wait on me. Wait on me.
Okay.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Wait on me.
Well, they're working on that stone. It curls in. Can they get it to the button? Here it comes.
Beautiful.
Yes!
These Olympics for Team USA has just been the draw.
USA gets another point.
She's unbelievable with those accurate, precise drops. And she just has all the confidence in the world. Like, you couldn't even see any of the pin, but she's like, I can get there. It's
Yep.
fine. Just another day at the office for her.
Not a problem. She has figured out the ice, and she used it perfectly there. Dropped one right on
Swing around, Dad.
Ilko Persio, the lid.
It's good. Mine's great.
I'll tell you, by the end of this tournament, I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be teaching classes in Italian. All right, so a guard being sent up on the wings by Team Canada.
For Team Canada, being the fourth end, and they do have the hammer, they definitely want to score their multiple here. So they want to throw those corner guards, generate some offense off to the sides.
Yeah, higher than your rim. Yeah, higher than your rim. Yep, so just a 2. 2.5. Yep.
There's a statistic called last stone efficiency.
Curl it out.
Canada at 35% for the tournament. They were tied for third. That's multiple scores when you have the hammer. You know, one great thing about Team USA, they're hanging around supporting each other. There you see Team Casper from the men's side, and what a great run that team had in their first Olympic Games. I see everyone here. You got Rich Rulinden, who was the alternate on this team. But not only the curling community sticking together, but also athletes from other sports are here. How great is it to have that community of Olympic athletes for your nation?
Unbelievable. That's the best part about the Olympics is you're not just playing for your team, but it's a greater team. So figuring out those different sports and making some new friends,
Curl.
fantastic.
Curl. Yeah. Easy. Easy. Curl. Keep going. Curl. 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 You're good. Clean up. 4, 5. Yep.
So after the guard set up,
Little more. Yep.
they bring one into the 12-foot. Does Team Canada, trying to set themselves up, and well, athletes from other sports, they are there.
Take a 1 tab.
How about it? The luge athletes are here.
No, I think that's high enough. I kind of like it. Top 8. Okay. Right. Okay. Mine was a 14 on its own.
Sharon Forger and Ashley Farquharson
Great.
supporting the curling. How cool is that? By the way, how cool is luge? You ever want to try that?
Yeah, I think I'm busy that day. Yeah.
Tommy, weight's really close.
Too scared.
Speeds are a little different between the luge going on their course and the stones going 94 feet on ice.
Let's take it. Let's really go in. Where? It's back 4.
So another come around draw attempt. This looks a little bit hot.
Hardcore. That's fine. Okay.
Just settles in behind the tee line.
I could also probably play a little. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. 12s.
Would Canada like to remove those or leave that one behind to maybe help them later?
Exactly. It's behind the tee line. Anything that's behind the tee when you have the hammer is kind of your friend. You can use it to your advantage as something to freeze to or some kind of backing. So they're just playing a soft weight chase, trying to hit the rock that's on the top of the button and keep their shooter in front of that other stone that's behind the tee.
Whoa. Yep. Wait. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Wait. Curl. Easy. Curl. Keep going. Curl.
Flurry with a pointed brush.
Go. Gotta go against
Get
shot.
rid of that one American stone in the button.
Mason. Really good. 12 on you. Hair light.
Fourth end, Team USA leading 2-1. And the experience of this team, the sisters, Tabitha and Tara Peterson, have appeared in previous Olympic Games. Corey Teesey in her debut, same for the lead, Taylor Anderson Heidi. Boy, for the debut of Corey Teesey, she has been busy. Here she is on the broom with Anderson Heidi. Won a silver in mixed. Maybe got a chance to learn the ice a little, but has played every end here on the women's side as they play for bronze. That's a busy time. I know it's physically taxing. How about mentally taxing?
Yeah, it's just the emotional roller coaster, but also keeping your brain sharp with all that strategy. You're playing basically a chess match out there, so that's difficult.
I like that.
But she did have a quote saying, "Thank goodness I wasn't sweeping in mixed doubles because that would have just been too much." So Corey Dropkin was doing all that sweeping work.
I like getting away from the middle.
Yeah.
Your weight was at a 12-1.
Okay,
Same weight. 11-8.
another soft weight chase here.
I think this side will run a touch better.
Trying to get their shooter to again roll towards that center line in behind cover and possibly corner frozen to that other yellow.
Rachel Homan will lay the broom down for her teammate and friend, Emma Miskew. They've been together for a very long time since they were young players in the game. Together, they have won a record 20 Grand Slam titles. Will they add a bronze medal to the total? That just gets by that center line guard. Moves one American stone and shot rock for Canada.
Really nice. That barely got by the guard, so probably as good as you could have made it.
How about this for the U.S.? The Peterson sisters, both with children, both at the event, both families here. And they say that's a big part of their game now. For Tara Peterson, she says especially, it's a different focus. You can go to the rink, you have a bad day, but I'm coming home to my Eddie. And when I'm coming home to my Eddie, I'm going to be happy.
How could you not smile at that face?
Exactly. We saw that from the very first game. It's intense. It's the Olympics. Much is expected. They get introduced. She's standing at the end of the sheet and looks up into the crowd. She goes, "Oh, there's Eddie." And she smiles and waves to her son. And it's such a sweet moment to see. And Tara Peterson was very open. We talked to these athletes before the event. And they said, "We are proud that we are Olympians. We are proud that we are moms and wives and professionals. Tara is a dentist. Tabitha is a pharmacist.
I got your nose on a
And the family is here in full support.
I think we
And
need like
Tara said we'd certainly like to have more support for moms in Olympic sports, all throughout all sports, but they are just great examples. Oh, and for Tara, by the way, a 6 handicap in golf. Just thought
What
we'd-
can't she do?
I know. We'll throw that on your resume as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
little heavy. Close there. 11-5. Yeah. 11-5.
So another hit and roll attempt here. It really is a battle of who can be precise with that roll and get their shooter in behind cover. That one wrecks the center line guard and rolls off to the side.
Oh, uncharacteristic of a great player in Tracy Fleury. All right, so Rachel Holman, you know what? It's always good to teach the young kids about the game. So what did she do? She wrote a children's book, Curling ABC, Slide Sweep. By the way, I should get this book. I think it would be good for me to learn a little bit about this. So, pretty neat that she's getting the youngsters involved. Let's go to Kira K. Dixon with more.
Do we want to ever be just above it?
Yeah, Jim, well, in our conversations with the players ahead of the game, our team asked Taylor Anderson Heidi, the rookie on this team, who is your curling hero? And she didn't hesitate, and she said, Rachel Homan, Team Canada's skip, one of the most decorated curlers in the women's game, as you've mentioned. Now, Taylor says she's so inspired by her, and Rachel makes her want to be a better curler. Now that she's playing against one of her curling heroes, she has to set aside that extra emotional pressure, keep the focus on herself and her team, but you guys know it's easier said than done.
Absolutely right. Thanks. That's a great button on that story. It's neat to play against or with your idol, but you can't be starry-eyed, can you?
No, probably not looking up at who is throwing those rocks out there, probably just focusing on the stones that are being thrown. And again, that circles back to that sports psychology training that we talked about.
Who did you look up to when you were starting in the game?
It was Rachel Holman.
Really?
Yes.
And you had a chance to play with Rachel.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
To be 4 foot to be
formed
third.
quite a good team.
I like a 14-2.
I think a 4-5. 4-5. I think it's nicer this way.
Okay, I like that.
Dad. Looks like. Okay, go ahead then. Tappy!
Good.
I think mine's close.
Hey, you got room right now.
I'd like to
Careful,
bite the
take a
floor.
look,
Tappy!
take a look. It's running nice.
Tappy!
Whoa,
Tappy!
lady.
Tappy!
Little
Tappy!
row.
Stay close. Stay
Whoa.
close.
Right here, lady. There. 14-3.
Little bit.
Yep,
Little
straight
bit,
to the
little
floor.
bit. Little bit straight. Hard, you gotta go! Go, 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 go.
Okay. That's fine.
Well, you see the different
Good.
angles taken by Taylor Anderson hiding with that broom as she ushered that Yellowstone all the way down the ice. We heard different calls: straight, curl. How does that help the sweeper understand where they want that rock to go?
It's communicating how exactly they want the sweeper to sweep, at what angle they want those scratches to be. So positioning your broom in that skinny position, sweeping at about 45 degrees, that's the optimal to try to get the most amount of curl out of the stone as
My first
possible.
thought was the hit and roll.
Team USA is doing a fantastic job this end of shrinking that scoring area and applying a lot of pressure on Team Canada with all of their yellows inside the 4 foot.
Canada with hammer in the fourth. They want to get a multiple, so they're going to take their time and look at the house right now.
And she can't roll without nudging that. I think the draw is looking scary for Steele.
Okay. I think we need an 11 then. You had 11-4 in your last. You need a little bit more so we can hit it thicker and roll. Okay. 10-8. Sounds good.
The tough part about this hit and roll, like Rachel Holman just said, is they don't want to hit it thin so that it jams on the red on the back of the 8 foot. Instead, they're trying to hit it thicker, but they still need that roll. So in order to get the roll, you have to throw a bit more speed.
Just a little light's okay. We can hit it
So that
thick.
that shooter has a bit more momentum and it can try to get in behind cover.
First she said 11, then 10-8. Jamie will have the timer on. You can do that at home. Final rock. Tracy Fleury. And a big one it is for Team Canada.
Close. Yep. Close.
Heavy, 10-8, 10-8.
Close. Yep. Hard. Heavy. Yeah.
What number do you have?
Hard. You got it.
10-2. Avoids the jam, but the shooter just overrolls a little bit. It is currently second shot on the side of the 4 foot.
Hard. You got it.
At the very end of that, just before the shot, Rachel Holman said you can go a little lighter. Instead of a 10-8, she went to a 10-2. Did that change things?
The hit and rolls are tough. I always say that freeze is the hardest shot in the game, but the hit and rolls are really difficult too. It's so precise as to where exactly or how to control that shooter after it makes contact. Your speed needs to be pretty accurate, so any variance in there, it depends. That'll change where exactly you need to make contact with the stationary stone.
So the freeze is tough, the hit and roll is tough.
They're all tough.
Drawing the button is tough, the in-off is tough. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got this down. I'm keeping notes here. Skip Stones, first of 2. Tabitha Peterson, the broom, way out in the 12 foot. That's her target area. Let's see how it curls down into the house.
Close. Where?
Back 4.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
See, back 4. We're heavy.
Becky.
Trying to keep this rock above the T line so that Rachel Holman doesn't have backing on her next one.
Oh,
Said it's heavy. They didn't touch it. It's going to go through, below the tee. They're going to work on it and bring it to the very edge of the 12 foot. So heavy on that shot by Tabitha Peterson.
It's a rare miss on a draw for Tab. You won't see that happen too often at all.
Will that mistake open the door for Canada to find a way to get a crooked number
I like this
and take the
race.
lead here in the 4th? These two teams playing for
I like
bronze.
your first ball. I don't know if it's there. I have to pay for this thing. No.
Emma Miskew's confident about it, but how about Rachel Holman?
Just shot.
Well, it's a tough
Yeah.
draw.
Just make sure the girls are really being precise of where that is, because you couldn't just rub that, redirect it. So just make sure we're communicating that. No, I think I heard back lights is what I heard the last time.
Sorry? Little light's okay.
That was Kathy Overton Clapham. That is the coach of this team, Peterson. Excellent curling mind. Great with personalities. First of two for Rachel Holman. Big end for Team Canada. They'll have the last shot. Big spin on that stone.
I've been tracking rotation, and she throws about 9 or 10 rotations on most of her shots, most of her draws. Try to get by the yellow top 4 foot.
Yeah, it does. And finishes on Il Pusante. Right on the button. Shot Rock Canada. Did get a little rough there off that.
Yeah, it rolled a little open, so Team USA can definitely chase it. They just got to be aware of where their shooter goes so it doesn't set up a double for 2 here for Team Canada.
I'm just worried that even if we do tap it and we don't really tap into here, we might still be leaving a double for
for
a couple.
three. Yeah.
So
I like the
I like
three
the
freeze.
freeze.
I agree, Sarah. Yep.
And I think tolerance is probably light, hey? Like if
Yeah,
you're gonna be
I mean, she's got that for 2, so I think we want to be right to it to outcount this one. Yeah. Yeah. I think the same ice tab. Okay. Right?
So they talked
Yep.
about
Okay.
just
You got it.
nosing this red and removing it, but then it would set up
You know the
a
way, Tab.
double for
Yep.
Team Canada. So instead, they're just calling the freeze and want their shooter to come
great weight.
locked onto the red. That way, it really shrinks the scoring area and makes it difficult for Team Canada to get in for a multiple. So if Team USA can force Canada to a single point in this end, that would be a win in their books.
So one of the 4 difficult shots is the freeze. It's up to Tabitha Peterson on her final stone of the 4th end. Can she do it for Team USA and apply pressure to Canada?
Stop it! For line! Gotta go for weight! You gotta curl if you go! Top beat! No. Weight's close! No. Weight's there! Weight's there! Where? Point 3. Point 3. It's like your old little tap. Curl till you gotta go.
Okay, they're going to curl it.
Yep, curl!
They bring it. Is it going to have enough? How about that? Little nose tap. Is it enough?
Yeah, good drop tap. Great drop tap.
Great shot.
Well, you drew a yellow stone right in that spot, so the guess is she did it to perfection.
Yeah, locked it right on the nose. There is the side of the button available for Team Canada to possibly draw for 2. The issue is that corner guard. They got to get really, really close to the guard in order to keep. This is the rock that's going to be the issue. So they got to come really close to it, flirt with it to just draw into there for their 2 points.
Wow. And if there's a player on the planet who can make that shot, it's Rachel Holman, final rock, 4th end. Can she come away with a multiple for Team Canada and give them the lead? Big spin on the release.
Extra rotation on this stone, trying to keep the path of it running straighter for longer.
They did not get a multiple in the loss to Sweden in the semifinals. Looking for a multiple against Team USA in the bronze medal game. It dives down. Is it going to grab some button? US can work on it. No, it will not be second shot. So for Team Canada, they are held to their one with hammer in the 4th. To the 5th we go, tied up at 2.
Canada gets another
Team
point.
USA is a force of nature. We've got record breakers and scene stealers, inspired by the legends who lit the trail. Fueled by our ambition, powered by fans like you. When you donate to the Team USA Fund, 100% of every dollar supports athletes and services. With your gift, you don't just watch champions rise, you rise with them. Because on this team, just one of us can do it for all of us.
kids and one middle-aged man.
Way further than I thought.
Show me that spirit. Where's our fight song? Are they good? I wouldn't say so.
If you beg, I'll show you my heartbeat.
We're gonna wipe this school off the map. And, we need to talk.
Too bad, so sad. Now I'm gonna get what's mine.
Bring it on.
Stumble, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
Bronze medal match, Team USA, Team Canada. Each tied, each with 2 points, tied in this game, and the U.S. will have the hammer. We are seeing some incredible curling on this sheet at the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium. Rachel Holman with that final stone of the fourth had a chance to give her team the multiple, just missing on a draw to the button as we get ready to start the fifth end. Boy, the tension's so big as these teams play for bronze. The United States defeated Canada in the round robin in a very close game for the U.S. It was a 9-8 Team USA victory, and that win was the very first time they have ever defeated Canada at an Olympic Games. This game being played on Sheet C. The U.S. 2-0 on Sheet C. That victory over Team Canada on this sheet of ice.
Just squared it a little. That's okay. I think that
Yeah, we've seen that intensity come out in this game so far, especially for Team Canada.
better make sure it's back.
Seen a lot of, I want to say, intense line calls, and a lot of mistakes on the line calls, probably because of that intensity and just like a little bit back and forth. So Team Canada needing to sharpen up in that regard, maybe just take a breath, slow things down a little bit, so we can be a little calmer on those line calls.
Was it a little heavy for Taylor Anderson, Heidi?
Definitely wanted that to be above the T line. But the sweeper's doing a good job. As soon as you know that it's heavy, the worst place it could be is back four, back button. So if it's going to be there, you should sweep it to get it a little bit farther. It's not ideal, but it was a good heads-up play.
What a good look at the distance a rock must travel from that green hog line all the way into the house when it gets to the button. That's the length of an NBA court. And then it removes that yellow. So Canada with one in the house and then one as a center line guard. Different routes for these two teams to make it to the Olympic Games. Team Canada, the #1 ranked team in the world. Team USA had to go to the Olympic qualifying event in Kelowna, British Columbia. Had to finish in the top 2, and they did. At the last World Championships, the U.S. finished 3 and 9.
My bad, guys.
So with that one there, she did tap that center line guard that is on the center line, but she didn't remove it from the center line, so it stays in play. Everything stays as is. Team Canada now calling the in-turn draw around, trying to get this rock into the top of the forefoot.
I like it. Yep.
11-yard slide, release the 42-pound stone.
Okay. Line's good. Coming down a little. Go for weight. Line's, yep.
24 yards, hog to hog.
Okay. Go over curling. Stay with it. Yep. Line's fire. Just stay with it. It's all there.
It's all there.
Yep.
Now into the house. That's the 12-foot, the 8-foot, the 4-foot, and the button. She and Rachel Holman have been together so long. The communication with those two, you can tell that they understand each other. They understand the game, obviously, but they really know each other, and it shows on the ice.
And it's so important in crucial games, high-pressure scenarios, to have that solid communication and that level of comfort.
Good, Tara.
5 rocks were played. You can remove that rock in the center line. Opens things up. The U.S. with that hammer will have the last shot, and they would love to get that multiple going into the 5th end break.
I like the weight. Clean it for line.
20 Grand Slam titles for Emma Miskew and Rachel Holman when they play together. That's a record. Next on the list, is Kevin Martin. With 18, our teammate here on NBC, doing a great job with Jason Knapp, Tyler George,
Distance.
the whole crew here.
No!
John Schuster getting it done. Sloan Martin was fantastic. Everything's going on here. Listen, everyone's having a lot of fun. But, you know, to understand the level that we have in the analysis side, Jamie, you've played with all of these athletes that we're watching in this bronze medal game. Kevin Martin, gold medal winner, 2010. Tyler George, John Schuster, gold for the U.S. in 2018. And, you know, it's so fun to talk to them because they're so enthused about what's going on the ice. So it's been great to go through the, well, many days. It started before the opening ceremony, the many days of this Olympic tournament.
Team Canada just looking to replace that centerline guard.
Make sure. Clean.
Protect their shot rock on the top of the button.
Round. 2.5. Girl. Just sweep for 2.5. Line's good. Girl. 2.5, 3. Line's good. Sweep for 2.5. Whoa.
Real tight.
Girl. Cross center him. Cross center. You gotta go distance.
I think it's there.
You gotta go.
I think it's, yep.
Line's good.
Good. It's good.
A little cross-up out of there, right? One thought one, the other thought the difference.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of panic in how exactly to manage the stones, those line calls, and Rachel Homan running up to help quite often.
Feels fine.
Things might just come across a little calmer and a little bit more confident if she stays in the house and she calls the line and the sweepers do their job of sweeping.
Yeah.
First of two stones for Corey Teesey in the fifth end. The U.S. and Canada playing for a bronze medal on the ice in Cortina. Trying to run back. There goes the red.
Really nicely done.
Takes two red out and opens things up. That deserves a smile.
Absolutely.
How about her Olympics, huh? Silver and mixed. Big shot maker.
Little extra.
Canada playing quickly here in the fifth.
Yep. Oh. Yep. You can go.
Nice draw. Just overcurls a hair and pokes out on the other side.
Let's do like the double. I have like a quarter of it. Or we could flop this way with hack or whatever. I don't hate that.
I think the guard's kind of high.
It might be a little tough to get to nose. Yeah, I don't think that's there. Let's do this. Okay, maybe do like 11-5. I think I need to throw less. 12? We've seen the 12s here. Sure. Okay. You got it, Corp.
All right, let's see if you can follow along at home with your stopwatch. Will this be a 12 hog to hog? That's what they called for. Final rock for Corey Teesey.
12-5, please. Yes. 12-5. Whoa. Close. Yeah. Whoa. 12. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Big close. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yes.
What do you got, Jamie? Right on the nose. A 12. Boom. Removes the red and leaves that yellowish shot rock.
So Team USA, it looks like they're trying to set themselves up for a blank in this end, so that the score remains tied and they carry the hammer over into an even end, where then they'll try to score their multiple. So they were trying to get a roll on that stone to group the rocks together on the side of the house to potentially, eventually, get a double, and then that way they can set themselves up for that blank.
Skip stones. Fifth end.
Yep. 11-8. Whoa. Clean.
trying to do the opposite. She doesn't want those rocks to be grouped close together, so trying to get that roll in behind the centerline guard. Just tucks a corner of it.
She leave a double?
The angle's very steep, so you would have to hit so little of that rock to get a double.
I think we gotta make sure we're shot if we hit.
You got almost all of it.
I like a big roll.
She could get to nose or to the inside and be shot rock, but the risk is then you leave Team Canada a draw around all of that. They're basically going to use that as a guard.
Get it over here a little bit, and maybe we have a double. Or we go under home, she misses the draw.
Under here, I think she's probably playing the run.
No, not this. Sorry.
That's Sheldon
Got almost
Peterson.
all of it.
That's
So
Jane
we're
Peterson,
trying to
the
figure
parents
out
of
if we wanna
Tabitha
roll
and
under,
Tara.
if we want to roll out.
Yes,
This is
we have a.
Got an aunt on the left. We've got a baby in the
You'd be
lap.
shot if you rolled under, yeah?
We've got another child in the back row.
Right.
I'll tell you, they're moving around all over the place. They got Eddie up there, got Noelle over here.
Better than open.
We're not getting a blank at this point, obviously.
Right.
No, and I think nose is okay too, right?
Yeah, we've seen it.
12 again. It looks good.
Well, that speaks to your point of they were hoping to get a blank, and they've realized with the house the way it's configured, they ain't going to get that blank. So let's make the best of what we can.
So calling a soft weight chase on this redstone in the top of the 8 foot. Just trying to keep their shooter basically right there.
First of 2 for Tabitha Peterson, Team USA, hoping to take the lead here in the 5th. In a bronze medal game, it would be Team USA's first medal in curling on the women's side at an Olympic Games.
Forward! Whoa! Roll the other way! Roll the other way! Watch the Hi, Tara, go!
Oh, they got to get it out of that 12-foot. Will it? I don't know. Boy, is it a biter?
It's close. Team Canada now just looking to eliminate the American stone at the top of the house.
Draw? Yeah, I like that. Really good.
You can see Tara Peterson working on that stone, trying to get it out of the house.
Sorry?
Well,
Yeah.
that looks like it's still got a piece.
Yeah, just biting.
Want to come up to the end normal, straight through. Normal? Okay.
Rachel Holman trying to put the pressure on Team USA and hold them to a single.
Clean. No, cats. Girl. Keep going, Sarah. Keep going. Good.
Right on the nose, removes yellow. Canada line 3, and the US with a draw to the button for their 1. Will it be a draw to the button, or is there another route?
It looks like draw the button for sure. She has the option of throwing either turn to get there, so she's just picking the path that she knows the best.
The last end. Not the second one.
Just needs a piece of the 8 foot.
She's at 83% in this game.
Room down. Line. Yeah.
She's been outshot only 3 times in this tournament, including the semifinals.
Where? It's running. That's good. Wait on
They've lost 2 of those 3, Team USA has, but a draw to the button here and a chance to give the US the lead.
Top 4.
They like it. They're not touching it.
Top 4.
Good tap. Good tap.
They like the number. And it is right on the button. Team USA, a single in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. They lead 3-2 as we head to the 5th.
Yes, USA gets another point.
Did you know Walmart app has over half a billion items? He knew. New patio. She knew. He knows now. Knowing is a beautiful thing. Who knew? The Walmart you thought you knew is now new. Brace your taste buds. Don't miss out on the new DQ $6.99 flamethrower chicken strip basket. A spicy, bold heat served with a side of our cool, sweet DQ soft serve as a dip. All for just $6.99. Plus, try a sweet, spicy sip of lemonade made with tahini. It's the new Spicy menu for a limited time, only at DQ.
Milton loves rocks, so he bought a .rocks domain name with Squarespace, so you can see his rocks and buy his rocks and sit on his rocks.
I really want to be a part of winning gold.
I want to win. It's time to climb the mountain to the top.
Brenna, I want you to find happiness in who you are because you are the gold.
Family is not just here because you're winning. We'll always be proud of your kid.
When the program ends, I want to see that smile on their face.
Can I get a Bud Light? Sorry, the bar's not open yet. Oh, it's not for me. It's for the bride. She said, can I get the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light? Her words, not mine. She wants 3. She wants more of those deviled eggs, too.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Will Shad here, bringing fiber to the masses with Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Duty calls.
Will Shad?
Every darn day.
Whoa.
Will Shad in the house. It's fiber time. Is that dog a Shih Tzu? Perfect.
Will Shad on the car!
I'm too old for this shit. Kellogg's Raisin Bran. High fiber, happy gut.
Good morning, Philip. Time for an oil change. Remember last time?
I'd rather not.
Took 3 hours. You forgot Little Henry's video game. You're not as entertaining as a video game, Philip.
Silence your oil change anxiety at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Get an expert oil change in about 15 minutes with no appointment needed.
Thanks for coming in.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
And Canada, and a final shot in the fourth end for Team Canada. Rachel Holman trying to draw to the button for 2. Rubs off. They get there 1 with hammer. U.S. with hammer in the 5th. They needed a draw to the button to get their single. So far, each team with hammer able to get a single. Both teams very good in scoring in round robin. For Team Canada, the highest scoring team in round robin play all time in Olympic play, averaged over 8 points per game. In the loss in the semi, didn't get a multiple in any end. In this game, have yet to get a multiple in any end. That shows you just how tight games can be once you get to the playoff.
There's been opportunities for multiples so far in this game, but a little bit on the wrong side of the inch here and there. That really makes the difference. When the teams are playing so well, your margin for error is just so small.
So for Team USA, a single in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. We go to the 6th end, and that has been an important end for Team USA throughout round-robin play. You see people, or the athletes inside having a good time beforehand, and that's so important as you want to get playing for a medal. There's a lot of tension and stress, but you got to find a way to enjoy the moment.
And we're seeing that done really well by Team USA. They're enjoying this moment. They're having fun out there. They're looking up to the fans in the crowd, waving at them. They're really soaking this all in and making the most of this experience of playing for a medal at the Olympics.
And it's USA versus Canada, right? That's a big one. There's no question. When there's ice, teams USA and Canada involved, something big is going to happen. We saw it in ice hockey on the women's side. We'll see it on Sunday, ice hockey on the men's side, and we are seeing it in women's curling for the bronze medal in Cortina on the ice surface, the 6th end. So big for Team USA. Team Casper, the men's team here, enjoying themselves, rooting on the women. In round-robin play, the 6th end, the U.S., right from the start, used that 6th end. They used a steal against South Korea, got a win. Against this Canadian team, the U.S. threw a 4-spot up on Canada, and the U.S. came away with a win. In the 6th against Japan, a steal of 1. U.S. scored 2 against China in a huge comeback victory where they stole in the 9th and 10th ends to win. and they stole 2 against the Danes. That's how big this 6th end has been for Team USA. Will it be a big end again as they look for a steal against this Canadian team that has the hammer? We saw Tara Peterson throw her fist into the air to celebrate. What was she celebrating on that?
Well, if that rock had slipped into the paint, into the rings, then Team Canada would have been able to hit it. So it looks like it's just outside the rings. So Team Canada throwing the corner guard, trying to generate some offense off to the side. Again, Team Canada here really looking to score their multiple.
Well, as you have taught us, the leads are so important in a game. For this bronze medal match, Canada getting the best of the leads. Their lead, Sarah Wilkes, at 98% coming into that throw for the U.S. Taylor Anderson Heidi, who does a great job with the broom, at just 65%.
Copy, a little tight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Copy. Line's good. Close. It's good. Line's good. Wait, close. Yep, line. Yep. Wait there. Yep. It's there. Yep.
Taylor Anderson, Heidi sends it into the house for Team USA. The U.S. with the lead 3-2 on Canada. Third member of our team, Kira Kate Dixon, with the coach of Team USA, Phil Drobnik.
Similar weight.
Yeah. Well, it's been a tight game so far. Team USA with a 1-shot lead at the half. Coach, how do you assess the play you've seen thus far?
Yeah, I mean, we've kept the pressure on them. They've kept the pressure on us. It's been back and forth. You know, I'm happy we scored every time we've had the hammer. We just got to continue to control the scoreboard in the second half.
How do you establish that control and perhaps get your multiple?
Yeah, so we just need to get our rocks a little bit better position when we've got the hammer. We're doing great when we don't have the hammer. Get a little bit more pressure on them, set up our deuces. I think the next deuce is probably going to win the game.
And finally, how fun is this environment right now?
This is awesome. The crowd is wild. Canada, U.S., bronze medal on the line. Doesn't get any better than this for my last goal.
It certainly doesn't. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Great job by Kira Kate. All curling Olympics long. She has been fantastic with that man, Phil Drobnik, at the 5th end breaks. We should point out this is his final game as national team coach for Team USA. What a great way to go out for Team USA if they are to earn a bronze here in this game against Team Canada. But he's been very helpful to us on this show, almost a Nostradamus type character. Oh, there's a shot right through the house, a flash through by Team USA, and that could change things in the 6th.
Not the tolerance on that shot. Taylor Anderson Heidi doing everything she could to try to get that rock to curl, to make contact. Just goes sailing past. The tolerance on there, although you are not able to remove that guard from play, the tolerance was to just rub off of that. At least then you're exposing that red stone in behind cover.
So that flash through the rings by Tara Peterson. Now it's as if Team USA is playing 7 stones against 8 stones. On top of that, Canada will get the last stone of the 6th end. And we just heard Team USA's coach, Phil Drobnik, say probably the next deuce wins this game. Boy, Canada's in a good position right now.
I like that. You got it.
Tara Peterson trying to redeem herself
7-5,
off that first shot miss in the 6th.
Curl. Little more, maybe. Heart take. Straight. Okay.
That's an interesting style on the broom by Taylor Anderson Heidi. Kind of a hop move all the way up the ice. Why use that style on the broom?
Yeah, it's a newer style that we're kind of seeing introduced across the field here. But the idea is if both of your feet are off the ground, it means all of your weight, all of your pressure is on your broom. So those scratches that you're creating in the ice are deeper because of that sheer pressure.
Sarah, good weight call.
There's some smiles for Team Canada. 6th end, Team USA with a lead of 3-2 and history being made by this player, Corey Teesey. 189 ends of curling throughout the entirety of these Olympic Games, winning a silver in mixed doubles with Corey Dropkin, continuing right on to the team competition. That's the most ends anyone has ever played at the Olympic Games. And that silver, well, she's the first female for Team USA to come home with an Olympic medal. There you see them receiving their medals. What a moment. The two Corys, their coach, Kathy O, calling them Girl Corey and Boy Corey when they'd be on the practice ice. Such an interesting story on how they came together. Corey Dropkin asking Corey TC to a dinner engagement. And she was like, okay, fine, I guess so. And they go to dinner and he popped the question.
Yeah,
Will you be my
haven't looked back
partner in
since.
mixed? And that pairing was fantastic. But it's not over for Corey TC. A chance for another medal. And she would become the first woman to win 2 different curling medals in the same Olympics. There's only one athlete who has done it, Oscar Eriksson of Sweden.
Can I have a little more?
Team USA chasing this Canadian stone at the back of the house. Would love to get their shooter to roll a little bit towards that center to just make things a little more difficult for Team Canada to try and remove. Trying to force an error on Team Canada.
All right, so Team USA shot rock right now. Jamie Sinclair, you know these athletes very well. You played with the athletes representing Team USA. You're a 3-time U.S. champion, also won 2 championships in Canada. You won a Grand Slam championship as well. So you take a look at these teams. You know them. You know the Canadian side. You played with Emma Miskew and Rachel Homan. The strengths of these two teams as we come down to the second half of this game. What are the strengths on either side?
It's interesting because they are opposites. Rachel Homan's squad is they're some of the best hitters in the world. Rachel herself so good at reading the angles, strategic in the house, and she can throw the most amount of weight, the most accurate on tour by far. Tabitha Peterson, on the other hand, she's the best drawer out there. She's so precise with that draw weight. She can find the button and place her rocks on it, basically no matter what. The best sweeper is able to judge it perfectly. So very different styles of play, battling it out today on the ice.
Here in the 6th, Canada hoping for a score of 2 or more. Gets by that guard, removes the yellow, rolls to the back. Is it going to stay? It will on the back of the 12-foot.
If she had rolled out on that or wrecked on the guard, got pretty close there. That would have been their deuce gone, because then Team USA would have chased that shot rock at the top of the 12. So she knows it. She got away with that. Keeping that shooter in the rings was crucial for Team Canada to try to score their multiple.
Hey, Tom, what weight do you like? 10?
Now, when you're chasing a rock that's all the way in the back of the house like this, it's got an extra, 6 feet to curl. So that extra distance will add a bit of curl to your stone. So important here for Corey TC in the house to anticipate that and call the line accurately. The tendency would be to over curl on these throws.
Will she want to remove her rock as well?
Trying to keep it in play, maybe roll in towards that center line ever so slightly.
So it hits that T line. Now goes the extra distance. Noses that rock and stays in the 12-foot. Canada still shot rock from this angle.
Do we just draw over there?
Yeah, it looks like Rachel tapped on the red stone, indicating that one is the closest one to the button.
So I think it's there.
So they don't need to chase the hit.
I don't want to leave them a freeze. Or you can play the middle. You think this?
Coach for Canada, Heather Nedwin, said of Rachel Homan, whether you're a casual player, a serious player, a men's player, women's player, Olympian, few people, if any, see a house the way Rachel Homan sees a house. She sees angles and opportunities that others just simply cannot. And she can also make those shots.
Trying to freeze right to it. I like a 14 to get to it.
Well, 14's good.
2 with the hammer to get a lead here in the 6th.
So she's drawing to the open side, trying to get her shooter pretty much frozen onto that back yellow, making it hard to remove.
Perfect. Go. Fight. It's too down. Go. Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
He said it's light.
They want this farther back in the house so it doesn't leave an easy hit and roll behind cover for Team USA. So it does come up a little bit light. Does leave this hit here for Team USA. They can get their shooter right to the button and in behind cover.
If they just miss, is that yellow in the back of the 12-foot? Could that actually be a helper for Team Canada?
If it under curls, there is a potential jam, which might set up an opportunity for 3 for Team Canada, but the difference between the jam and the hit and roll is pretty big, so you'd have to miss by a decent margin.
Through 5 ends, the skips battle being won by Tabitha Peterson, 85% to 78%. Off the red, oh wow, hits it thin, that red stays in the 12-foot, and an opportunity for a huge end for Team Canada. They seem surprised at the way that rock reacted.
A little surprised on the curl there. They weren't anticipating it to move that much, so barely making contact with that red stone. It didn't carry enough of momentum to get out of the paint. Huge opportunity for Team Canada now. Remove this yellow stone, keep the shooter in play for a big score of 3.
Last stone efficiency, 35% for Canada, tied for 3rd in the tournament. That's scoring multiples when you have the hammer. They did not score a multiple with the hammer in their semi-final loss to Switzerland, or rather to Sweden. They have yet to get a multiple here in this bronze medal game. Biggest shot of the game from Rachel Homan for 3.
Yes. Yep. Whoa. No. Needs to curl, big. Easy, clean. Curl. Clean.
Out goes the yellow, in stays the red. It is a 3 for Team Canada.
3 points. Oh, that's so.
Do you need a pick-me-up? Because NBC Comedy will make you.
Which is, of course, dolphin for.
We'll unleash the dog. What the hell was that?
Trust the process. Is this stuff that's actually going to happen?
Do you have a number between 1 and 100? No. Are they good? I wouldn't say so.
So good.
YouTube TV is amazing. Why would you settle for anything less?
Why would anybody settle for just meh?
And it's mez across the board from the judges.
Yeah, no.
Don't settle for meh. Try YouTube TV, the #1 live TV service for free.
Hey, dude, tripping. Tell me some more. Hey, tripping.
There is energy inside the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium, especially on the Canadian side. Will the 6th end be the end we look back at and say it was the decider in this bronze medal game? Team Canada, with the hammer in 6, put up 3 against Team USA, and they have taken a 5-3 lead. As we move into the 7th end, Team USA will have the hammer and the last shot of the end. But for Team USA in that 6th, there was a miss by Tara Peterson on a flash right through the house, and then a near miss by Tabitha Peterson, the skip. Couldn't remove a red that left the door open, and Rachel Homan with a nose hit for 3.
I like it. Yeah, you just can't afford to have big misses like that. Team Canada is going to be able to capitalize. And a big score here puts them in complete control of this game. Team USA needs to definitely try and score 2 in this end, so it comes down to a tie game with 2 ends to go.
And this one comes into the house in the 12-foot. Team USA last stone efficiency. They're 8th best in the round robin at just 24%. What is a good last stone efficiency? We should define that. It's getting a multiple score when you have the hammer, but what's a good number?
Typically, you're trying to score a multiple around 50% of the time. Anywhere from 45 to 50% of the time is really good, and that's what the top teams in the field are doing.
So for Canada, playing the red rocks, a nose hit removes the yellow, and then it rolls right over and staples to the previous red that was sent in by Sarah Wilkes.
And the fact that it's frozen right on the nose like that is really good for Team Canada because it makes that angle difficult for a double down the line for Team USA.
Far as it goes, come on. Yep, for a little, yep.
That shot's got to cross that hog line. They're going to set up a corner guard here in end number 7.
Right, Tara. Your turn. My turn. Same as Valencia.
Yeah.
Easy line. Line's good.
37-year-old Emma Miscue celebrated her birthday on Valentine's Day at this tournament. Would love to celebrate it with a bronze medal.
Really tight. For line. Half line. For line. Real tight.
Line's
You
okay.
can go. It's real tight. Not in. It's not in. It's real tight. Stay with it, Tracy.
Whoa.
Almost in. Yeah. Almost in. Good throw.
The reason they wanted that rock to come to a stop is because Team USA can hit that, and since it's so close to the rings, they can actually roll their shooter onto the rings in behind cover. So if that rock was a bit higher up, their shooter wouldn't be able to be on the rings, it would just be another guard.
Yeah, you got it, Tara. Stay close.
Tara Peterson had a big miss in the 6th end, and she come back here in the 7th and help the U.S. cause as they trail by 2.
Wait, whoa, girl! Whoa, it looks hot.
Need this to stay in the rings. Might spin back in.
Looks like it spun just out of the rings by that blue 12-foot area. Yep, just outside.
Yeah.
Just gonna give you a fraction more ice.
I was a little gentle with it. Same ice is okay.
Okay, little higher, won't curl as much.
Team Canada just looking to replace that guard a little bit higher so Team USA doesn't have that same shot.
Easy line.
3, off, then let it die. Let it die, can't get in. Left feet, running like it's heavy. It's left feet.
Get cleated.
2.5. Okay, 3, go. Distance, don't curl it. Distance, light, it's just 2. Distance, don't hold it. Curl. Hold the line. Curl, you gotta curl. Curl. And off the line. Go. Good swap.
At one point, we heard them say clean it. What does that mean, clean?
It means everything looks good, so they just want to avoid having the rock run over any kind of debris where it changes the speed or the trajectory of the stone. So it means just keeping a broom down in contact with the ice, cleaning the surface that the rock is going to run over.
12. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Curl. Right tap.
Trying to get that out of the 12-foot. Does that have enough? Looks like a biter.
Nice, Tara.
So, for these two teams, Canada, very successful at the Olympic level. But that success came from 98, when curling became an Olympic sport in Nagano, all the way until 2014. 2 golds, a silver, 2 bronze. Since then, they have not brought home a medal. For Team USA, their best finish was in Salt Lake City when they finished fourth. They played for bronze against Canada in 2002. And through the sixth end of that game, it was Canada 5, USA 3. It's a deja vu on the ice in Cortina.
Great shot there by Team Canada, throwing that soft enough, slow enough to really involve the sweepers. Swept it to get a bit of curl. Makes contact on the low side of that yellow stone and throws the shooter in behind cover. Really well managed as a team.
You know, there are 4 players on a team. We see the makeup. Is it last to best, or does each position have a specific role?
Each position, the characteristics of every position are so unique, so it's really about finding the best players to fit those positions. Once you submit your lineup, the lineup on the team can't be changed throughout the game. So it's like a batting order. Once it's set, it can't be changed. In mixed doubles, on the other hand, your lineups can change at any point throughout the game.
So, you take a look at the greatness of Rachel Homan. Well, she is the best. No matter what, 20 Grand Slam titles. Right behind is Kevin Martin, one of the great curlers of all time. 3-time world champion, including back-to-back. And the winning percentage is right up there with Nick Saban at Alabama when Saban won 6 national championships. And the 72-win Chicago Bulls in 95 and 96, who went on to win the NBA title. That's how dominant Rachel Homan has been in her time as a skip.
Yeah, 87% win is just absurd. It's so high. She's so dominant. But there were a few cracks that appeared in the last 2 events leading up to these Olympics, and we saw that slow start at these Olympics.
What's even more impressive is the depth that Canada has when it comes to curling. They have so many good teams that could have won the trial to get to the Olympics. Just getting through that trial. So it's like an Olympics in its own right.
Yeah.
Maybe just tap it to the back 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
So, 13? Back 12? That game back 12?
Yeah, so like a 13.
Yeah.
Thinking like a 13 tab? I like that.
The United States with the hammer. They will have the final shot of the 7th. They are trailing 5-3 to Team Canada in the bronze medal match. The U.S. have never won an Olympic curling medal on the women's side.
Just through. Yep. Yeah. Oh, girl. Hard, Tango. Curl hard. Hard on that one, Tara.
Nice shot. Able to keep that yellow in the control zone and punch the red far enough back that it's no longer a threat.
So for Team Canada, they have not won a medal since 2014. And for their skip, what would it mean to win the medal? Quote, everything. Just going to go to school tomorrow, meaning today, try and nail every shot, fight hard for our country. The country watches their teams on the curling ice every Olympics. If you're in Canada, you must bring home a medal in women's ice hockey, in men's ice hockey, and in curling, all 3 disciplines. Is that being too strong, or is that the case?
It's a lot of pressure, definitely. But Rachel herself, she's also just trying to do it for herself. You know, she had a bit of a rough go in her last 2 Olympic experiences, so she just really wants to end this one on a good note. And we see that pressure play a bit of a factor, you know, playing a little tighter, maybe not able to enjoy the experience quite as much because you know how much is on the line.
Rachel Homan, the current skip, was the skip in 2018 when Canada did not make the semifinals. A member of that mixed doubles team in 2022 in Beijing that did not make the semifinals. She was able to check the semifinals box in Cortina. But will she get the medal? Is it going to crash? Oh, wow. Paper thin.
Wow.
And then they push that yellow to the back of the 12-foot.
What a sweep by Emma Miskew.
And how about this? Our Jamie Sinclair.
I was sweeping Rachel Holman's rocks back then.
How about that? There's Rachel, and to the right is Emma Miskew. So you know this team quite well. You guys were quite successful as well when you were playing back in 2007 at the Canada Winter Games, taking home a medal. What do you remember of those two at that age?
They really showed me what it meant to be competitors out there, to be intense, to really be students of the game. They kind of introduced me to that whole really competitive side of the sport. So I looked up to them from that point on. It was a great experience to play with them. And, you know, a lot of people look at Rachel as just being super intense on the ice, but off the ice, one of the funniest people in the world. She's hilarious.
So interesting, the demeanor that we see her in on the ice, the demeanor you and the curling world sees when she is off the ice. I would certainly love to celebrate and exhale with a medal, but it's a 10-end game. Big shots to come. Boy, look at her survey that house.
Team USA does have an opportunity here to draw around that red that's in the top of the 8. And just based on how much you can see of that stone, if she makes this good, there might not be a run back attempt. So she just needs a half shot out of Team Canada, and the potential multiple here is still on the table for Team USA.
That would be huge for the United States. But it all starts right here from Tabitha Peterson. There's Skip. A tough miss in the 6th that led to a 3 for Team Canada and their lead. So they want to get this behind that red. How'd she do? Above the tee line.
Above the tee, trying to get it as much buried as possible. The other thing, too, if she just plays the straight hit on that yellow, there is the potential jam on those reds in the back of the house. So difficult stone to remove. With this broom position that Tracy Fleury has, it looks like Team Canada has opted for the freeze. So just follow Team USA down, throw the exact same path, get their stone to come to a stop, frozen, corner frozen on that yellow side of the button.
So that's a 14-3?
Yeah.
I think it's still like a 14 and a half, high 14 we can get there. Okay. Yeah. Little extra. 8? Oh, it was a little heavy. Can't be 8. Little heavy right now. Just gonna let it stop. Maybe so. No!
You hear Rachel say, can't be 8, doesn't want this shooter to bounce off at all.
Yep. Weight's good.
Emma Miskew say it seemed heavy out of hand.
Right to it.
It comes right through. How about that?
Perfect shot. Really good.
Welded to the yellow from the Skip of Canada. Now this is a game oftentimes about geometry. So the angles right now?
Well, if this rock was more exposed, then you probably could have played this double, but it's fully in behind cover behind here. So instead, Team USA opting for this draw here, try to get full 4-foot piece of the button for their multiple.
She has to split 2 in front of the house and settle it right down on the button. Chance for 2 for Team USA and a chance to tie in the bronze medal game.
Where is it? Back four.
No! Now will it settle down? They're trying to make it stop. Off the red, on the button. Brilliant shot. Tabitha Peterson, 2.
Yes! USA gets 2 points and we are tied!
Let's go, guys. I'll make it good. Yep. All right, 3 more ends. Dig deep here, Tim.
say Team Canada? They've had a lot of fun on the ice already. How about in women's ice hockey? Megan Keller in overtime with a game winner for Team USA, winning gold over Team Canada.
I liked it.
The men's ice hockey on Sunday. Canada and USA playing for gold, and the US and Canada playing for bronze. There's something about the US and Canada, add some ice, and something thrilling is about to happen. And what about the response for Team USA after giving up 3 in the 6th? They come back with 2 in the 7th, and we are tied at 5.
It's just been such a good game back and forth. Great execution on both sides, especially in the second half of this game. Tabitha Peterson, again, coming up with a huge draw to the button.
And, you know, we talk about the sports psychology and the mental side of this game. If you go back to that 6th end, Tabitha Peterson had a miss with one of her 2 stones that opened the door for Canada to get their 3. Needed to come back the next end with a huge draw to the button for her 2. And it's like that last shot never happened. It's behind you, and I can only focus on this, and she came through.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes a short memory pays off. Just forget about that one for now. Learn from it, but forget about it. And move on. Focus on making your next ones.
Well, the U.S. hoping for a steal. They were very good at steals in round-robin play. Overall, second on the list with 13 stolen ends. Now, this is an even number end getting later on in this bronze medal game. Canada with the hammer and an even number end. How is this shaping up for Team Canada?
It's always really nice to have that hammer in the even ends. Whoever scores in this end is positioning themselves in a great spot to have control in that last end.
So for Team Canada, through 7 ends, or that top portion shooting very well, both the lead player, Sarah Wilkes, and Emma Miskew, above 90% in setting up those ends. And Jamie, you point out that don't forget about the lead in the second. They are so important, especially when you have the hammer.
Exactly. They say leads probably can't win a game for you, but they can certainly lose it if those ends aren't set up properly. It becomes very difficult for everybody following to make their shots and set up for the end goal.
Counter that with Team USA. And their numbers slightly down for Taylor Anderson Heidi. She came in at almost 88% overall through the round robin. She was the 4th best lead, but off on her rocks early in this game and trying to come back here. She'll need a big 9th and a big 10th to set things up for Team USA as Tara Peterson gets ready to deliver on a stone.
I agree. You gotta go a little bit.
You gotta go a little bit. Wait. Top four. I got lots of line right now.
They're trying to freeze this stone right onto the red that's on the button.
Yep. Really curly. Yep. Straight. Top 8. Alright, take them on. Whoa. Drag it. Right here. Drag it, Tag. Whoa. Just here. Yep. You're right. Yep. Stand it. Yep. Do we have a rib? Tito on top 4. Do we have a rib? Sure.
What do you guys think? I could go either way.
Yeah, I could
I like ripping on your second for sure. If we make your first,
What was your first call?
make a
Top 4. Just release that. Line it up more. Tap ours? Top either one. I'd rather tap theirs. Okay.
just want to like leave it.
Yeah. Is that just gonna leave them like an angle? Ours never goes with that angle. Okay.
Go take a look at it. We have time. What did your gut say? You like the feel?
Yeah.
Let's. We could go down and talk about it if you want. We have got the time.
Just wanna see it.
What do you like?
All the athletes mic'd up, so we'll get a chance to hear this conversation for Team Canada.
My first thought's the peel, just because that's going by.
Do we ever play the intern freeze? Like if we're coming in the house? don't mind that. I'm worried I'm gonna make this worse. Like if I chop off a little bit or something, and it's overburied by a lot. Okay, right here. Okay, I like that. It's pretty good if you make it. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, let's go make it, guys. Quick. What did my 14 on the 14, 8 on there, inner line? Yeah. Okay.
So Emma Miskew wasn't totally sold on the first call, so now calling the intern draw.
I got a 14
Freeze top the
on
button.
theirs.
Important for the thrower to really buy into the shot, so that they have the highest odds of making it.
Okay, you got it. I'm a little faster here than this spot, probably. I think it'll be pretty similar. Okay.
Team Canada, the #1 ranked team in the world, taking on Team USA for bronze. We are in the 8th end. Emma Miskew, after a long thought and discussion, delivers the stone.
Head down, you gotta go.
Her first of 2 in this end.
Whoa, curl.
A little light. So plan B was to freeze to the higher up stones in the house. They do manage to unlock that red in the top of the 4, which that's what they were talking about before their get together.
Let's bring in Kira K. Dixon with more on Corey Tisi. Kira?
Got it, Tara.
I like 11. Okay, sure.
Yeah, Jim, this is a fun one. So Corey and her husband Sam met through a mutual friend at the University of Minnesota Duluth. He decided his move was going to be to ask her to play intramural curling with him. Now, guys, Corey was a junior world champion at the time. Sam told me he did not know what level of curler she was. He said, I knew she was good, but I definitely didn't think she was that good. Intramural curling was a 10-week season, so he knew he had 10 weeks to make it happen. And they've been together ever since. Sam and Corey's mom, Linda, will have been here for 20 days watching Corey curl, and her dad was able to be here on hand while she was competing for mixed doubles as well.
What a great story. Kira K. Dixon continues to impress with her great knowledge, and that's a super story of the family TC now. Corey and her husband. And Corey TC has had such a busy time. You know, they mentioned husband and mom have been there 20 days. Well, Corey TC has played more ends than anyone in the history of one Olympics, playing all of the mixed, winning a silver, playing all of the women's, and here they are in the bronze medal match. And a chance to win 2 medals at 1 Olympic Games. That would be remarkable for Team USA. We should mention what a great Olympics it's been for USA curling. On the men's side, a new team representing Team USA had a great run. The mixed silver medal that was won by the 2 Coreys, and here the women are with a chance to win another medal. How is USA curling looking right now? Is it on the upward trend?
Well, they're doing something right, producing some fantastic curlers, and it's great to see, social media really taking off with curling too. A lot of eyeballs on the sport, which has just been a lot of fun to follow.
Okay, but if you're a little heavy and sure that, that's fine.
Yep.
Or the middle red and back red. The back red before I get here.
I think it's angle. It's kind of freezing in that.
Yeah, kind of.
So top. And I can kind of jiggle
things around.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Okay.
So the angles are in favor of Team Canada right now. Team USA would like to change that by getting another rock into that mix, possibly just bouncing off a little and changing up those angles.
Top 4. Top button. Okay, whoa, running. Whoa. Okay, little bump right now. Tail 4. Back 4. Curl. Back 4. Hard then. Back 4. Hard pay. Back 8. 15. Tapping a lot.
Yep.
Straight.
There's that hop method. Taylor Anderson Heidi promotes her yellow just a little bit, but there was backing on the red, so it stays stuffed right in that area with the Olympic rings, known as the button or il pulsante in Italy.
It does set up a big triple attempt here.
Is a hair high better than a hair low?
Team Canada could get all of these yellow movings with one shot.
Oh boy, how big is this for Team Canada? Tracy Fleury. She was a skip before joining Rachel Holman's side. And in Canada, the #1 ranked skip in the 2021-22 season. Her biggest stone of these Olympic Games. Trying to remove yellow in the house. Coming in hot. There's 1, 2, 3. It's 2 to leave the house. Canada lying at least 2, maybe 3 right now. How big was that shot?
It's a good shot. For Team Canada, it's nice to just open up that forefoot a little. It was getting pretty crowded in there. Team USA was doing a great job of shrinking that scoring area. So big takeout there by Tracy Fleury to move things around, eliminate some American stones, and get her reds all lined up on the center.
So it's at least 2 Canada right now. The red in the 8-foot, the yellow in the 8-foot, that white painted area, those are the ones in question.
She could see about 3/4 of that red. So Corey Tesi chasing it.
Close. Yes!
She coming in with a little bit of weight here.
Yes, she should be able to eliminate 1 or 2 of the reds.
By the guard.
Okay.
Just gets the one and loses her shooter.
Better, Corey.
Because if you try to play the freeze with the intern, she's got an automatic nose, right? So we think you got to try to move that red one. Unless she gives you like something to play off of here.
I don't want to leave them a curve.
Between shots, Team USA nearest to their coaches, that was Kathy O. Is that new in the game?
Yeah, just in recent years that you're able to communicate with your coach while your opposition's clock is running.
I don't think they can overcurl, like, the rocks, that's almost fighting the floor.
Okay, whatever you think.
I think we have to hit
We go here, they're all gone. Okay, I like your first call, Rach. We'll wait. 10. Hey, a little roll this way. Yep.
I like this too. Keep a little bit more separation between all of your stones.
That's the only other shot I see. I don't like grouping them. I think this is fine. Good. Let's make it. Okay, 10. You got it, Tracy.
See that clock behind Rachel Holman clicking down for Canada. There are 10.5 minutes remaining on thinking time. The U.S. under 9 minutes of thinking time. You get 38 minutes for the game.
9-5. Whoa. Off then if you're heavy. 9-5. No. Curl. Easy. Sarah. Hard. Hard, Sarah. I gotta go for hard, Sarah. Hard.
They wanted a little roll to the outside so it doesn't set something up for Team USA to come in off of.
Yeah. I like it.
The angle is pretty flat for the double, but the hit and roll is definitely there.
I don't wait. 9 down.
Decision by Team USA as Corey Tesi has a discussion with Tabitha Peterson. Skip Stone's on the way. Tabitha Peterson hitting the huge shot in the 7th end. A draw to the button for 2 to even things up. It's the red, little roll over to the button.
It's close. Just needed to roll maybe a foot more to get in behind cover.
Boy, it's close on that button as to whose shot rock is right now. Whether it's Canada, closest to the pin in red, or that shot by Peterson.
There with 12. Nose is great, Chase. Just leave it. Nose is okay.
It's a coin flip.
It looks maybe red to me, but Team Canada just chasing this yellow stone. You heard her say there, nose is good, a little roll in is good. She's got a bit of margin for error on this one.
12, clean.
She puts a big spin on that rock as it releases. Let's see it dive down.
Keep going. Keep curling on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Whoa.
Nicely done.
Now there's no question. 3 red, 1 rock, left for each side.
Good shot.
There's no draw available. So Team USA is going to have to try to chase something.
If y'all does not stay on the line like this, we lose.
Yeah. They were able to hold yours.
Yeah, mine didn't do much. So where are you wanting? Here, Tab? Yep. Feel?
She's going to be throwing this pretty hard. Basically just trying to send that top red into the pile.
Yeah, Corey's here.
Yeah. All right, you got it, Tab.
You got it, Tab.
Definitely a double
Your shot.
available.
Take it.
Might even clip that 3rd red as it goes.
You got it.
So really big shot here for Team USA.
Sarah threw this one.
With that much weight, can she keep the shooter in the rings?
No, but she's just trying to eliminate as many as her opposition stones as she can.
The U.S., one of 6 countries on the women's side that have appeared in every curling event at the Olympics since '98. They're the only one that has not won a medal, and they can only remove 1. It will be a draw coming for Team Canada for 3 here in the 8th end.
She pretty much hit it in the right spot. All the reds got moving. I think you just needed to throw it. You needed the Rachel Homan 5 seconds hotline on that one to get everything going.
And there's only one player who has that, and that's the player who's about to.
This is the slower side.
Yeah, they're swapping roles.
Right. Now, Rachel's going to hit that touch shot, that draw that Tabitha Peterson is so good at. And another shot for 3 for the skip of Canada. And a chance for a commanding lead in the bronze medal game.
I think it's Becky. Little heavy right now. Okay. Yep. You'll be on the backing soon. You have backing. You can't hurry.
They like it. Fans like it. Team Canada, 3 in the 6th. They match it with 3 more in the 8th. Team Canada takes the lead, 8-5. The U.S. will have the hammer in the 9th.
Very nice. I was wide, so I thought it might give an extra. The space gets down, but it's just as good. Okay. It's your shot. Let's make it. Close. Oh, no. No. Go. That's good.
Like choke or you want to line it up? And bruise off, it'll die.
Yeah.
Rachel Homan, Tabitha Peterson, the skips of these 2 teams, Canada and USA. What a difference between the first 5 ends and the second half of this game. Nothing but singles through the first 5 ends, and the U.S. led 3-2 going into the 5th end break.
Let's go to the 9th round.
Nothing but crooked numbers. 3 for Canada in the 6th. The U.S. counter with 2 of their own, but Canada with 3 more in the 8th, and they lead it 8-5. And the U.S. having hammer in this bronze medal game. So, a lot of action here in this second half of the game for Team USA. They needed to draw the button to get their multiple, and Tabitha Peterson drops it into the button. U.S. get 2 and make it a tight game. But right back comes Team Canada. The house wide open for their skip, Rachel Homan. A draw into the house for 3. How about that? They put up 2 threes. This is the highest scoring team through the round robin in Olympic history. At over 8 a game, they match it with 8 as we head to the 9th.
They just showed a lot of patience in that end. really able to get the angles to work in their favor, and they were very smart as to where exactly they needed to roll to try not to set up any angles in favor of Team USA. So very smart execution, very well played by Team Canada in that end, and it paid off for them with the big score.
Have you noticed any difference in the style of play from the first 5 ends, nothing but singles in each and every end of the first 5, into the second half where we're getting nothing but multiples?
Similar styles of play, but the execution is definitely elevated in this second half. The biggest difference I am seeing is in the demeanor of Team Canada. I think giving themselves a little bit of breathing room in the score has just allowed them to calm their nerves a little bit, be a bit more patient with those line calls, and in turn, they're making more shots.
Line's good, nice and even.
So 2 corner guards thrown here by Team USA.
Great job, Tay. Thanks. Good start. Okay. Same rate I've been throwing? Yeah.
Team USA needing a multiple. They would love to get 3. For this Canadian side, they've given up 3 or more points in an end 6 times. They gave up 3 points in the 10th end against Italy. Canada able to win that game in extra ends. But they gave up 4 to Team USA. That was in the 6th end of their round-robin match, and the U.S. came away with a victory. 9-8 over Canada. It seems like that was so long ago, and here we are in the bronze medal game. So Canada, they do not have the hammer. They got 3 in the house. U.S. putting up guards.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Team USA is trying to generate as much offense as they can with those guards, but now you're going to see them also, trying to use those Canadian stones that are in the rings. Anything that they can tap back, freeze to, that's going to be, beneficial for them this end. Really need to score multiple here. 2 is acceptable. Definitely need to score.
And then you start to think about steals in the 10th. And for Team USA, they have been very good at stealing ends in this round-robin tournament. During the round-robin, 13 stolen ends. So if the U.S. can get the multiple here, and it's 2, they're still not out of it.
Easy, yep. Whoa.
This Canadian side needed a win in their final game. They played Sweden and got that victory. Emma Miskew was asked if it was relief for the win. She said, I wouldn't call it relief. It's just the same feeling we get when we win a game. And at that point, you thought, you know what? They're not relieved. They know what they need to do. They're right on point, and they're showing it here in the bronze medal match.
A little less than your last one. I think so.
Good hit and roll. Rolls perfectly frozen. Lined up on the nose for those 2 reds. Team USA showing a lot of patience.
T-line, back 4. There right now. Yep, T-line. Yep.
Trying to get a rock in behind cover using their corner guards.
Weight's good. Hard!
Well, Corey Tisi is working so hard.
Roll it.
Has played over 190 ends.
Just light and really over curled on that, rolling to another center.
Didn't like your
This is not looking good for Team USA in this end so far.
Did we ever call it time? What? Did we ever call it? We could call it can't get in.
Team Canada,
I'm just worried about
so dominant in this sport.
Did we ever call Ego here?
When it became an Olympic sport back in 1998 in Nagano, they brought home a medal between 98 and 2014 in Sochi, each and every time there was an Olympic Games. But did not win in 2018 when Rachel Holman was the skip, did not win in 2022 when Jennifer Jones was the skip of the team. They finished in a log jam at 5-4, but lost out in the semifinals based on draw shot challenge. Let's listen to Team Canada.
just,
under 3.
they can either come to the pocket or like nose this, and then we can hit it out.
I just think the freeze, yes. If they come around here, we need to be able to run that through. That's why I was
So,
do you like just coming here? How do we get there? But then, how do we get there? I think we can clip off this. Okay, this is too much. We can also tap this. I don't love the tap. Yeah. We have 35 seconds left. You guys might like it.
Peel in the floor.
I really like the peel. Okay, so if we peel, they're planting on that. Yeah, I can't get them on. And then we have to stay planted.
Yeah.
Just think 3, yeah. Well, if I blast and they're still coming around these corners, I gotta chase.
They only have 3 rocks left.
So what you first said then? On a little top of the 7 in the pocket?
I don't mind using pressure. We can come right to this and tap this.
Yeah. That's okay too.
Okay. What are we playing?
I'm okay with that too.
The TV, don't look at the TV.
They're still gonna be sitting 3 then.
That's okay. She's gonna have to hit it. She's not,
They're probably gonna freeze that pocket after we do that, right?
Then we guard it?
Yeah. They're running out of rocks. Yeah, they have 4 rocks left.
So the middle one you're thinking?
I'm good with either. So if we play the middle, they make that hit and roll. We're hoping it's gonna line up on it. Yeah, we have to line up our.
You want to stay a hair high?
No, I think we either need to be dead nose or dead nose
If
here.
there's a bad spot for the draw, we peel. If we can make this hard on ourselves, we peel.
Well, Tracy Fleury liked the peel all along. It looks like that's what they finally settled on. I think the big takeaway here is Team USA needs to make something happen, so don't do it for them, make them do it. So Team Canada just opening things up. That way when Team USA makes their nice freeze, they'll potentially have some run backs on their own stones.
Off them, we're not on it.
Tracy Fleury
Girl,
called the shot.
gotta grab the line.
Now
Sarah,
she
gotta grab the line. Hard.
makes it and removes that center line guard. It is off the ice now. Opens things up. How important is it for the person who is taking the shot to have input into what that next shot is going to be?
Well, when you buy into the shot, you just have better odds of making it because you're confident in it. So really important there for Tracy Fleury to buy into it and for everyone on the team to be on the same page.
Wade's close. We're there.
T. Close, Tara. T. Back 4. Bumping. Back 8. Whoa. Back 4.
Team USA freezing into this pocket to make it difficult for Team Canada to remove.
Fix it. Okay.
Just taps that red a little bit, stays above the T line.
But the angle is pretty good.
Corey Tesi now with 192 ends played, including her time in mixed, where she won a silver medal with Corey Dropkin. Bruce Mowat over on the men's side will play for gold for Great Britain.
Our 4's in the way. Let's just release it.
So because of the angles, that Yellowstone can't be removed right now. So Team Canada is throwing a bit of a setup shot, just trying to change the angles around to set it up so it can be removed on their next
release
throw.
this one over to there and sit right here. Okay. I can always smash it.
How much weight?
Brody. 13. Hey.
In the semifinal versus Sweden,
Okay, we're just trying to tap.
you said that Rachel Homan looked a little tentative. Maybe the confidence wasn't the same. How does she look to you in this match playing for bronze against USA?
I saw a similar thing in the first maybe 4 ends of the game, but second half you can see that she's finally been able to relax, and I think part of that is just having some breathing room in the score.
Another big rock being thrown by Tracy Fleury.
Hard. You're still on it. Keep going. All you got. All you got.
This is really curling.
It's really light.
Emma Miskew trying to hold it straight.
Curl. Get out of the way. Curl. Pull it off. Pull it off. Pull. Get me. Sorry. Good feet.
angles, but not sure they made them that much better for Team Canada.
If you shoot pool, it's a lot like that. It's the shot you have, and then the shot you leave. What did you leave your opponent? So after that delivery by Tracy Fleury,
Figure out how to move
what did
this
she
guy
leave
at some
Team
point.
USA? Let's listen.
Do we ever try and hit this guy, move this to frozen, get our shooter under it? We calling a timeout it out there? Stagger a little.
Yeah.
Or you could hit these.
Right, that's what I was wondering.
I'm afraid we might just leave. Well, we might leave a double, but it might jam or hit something of their own out.
Yeah, we gotta move these
Do
around.
you like a timeout at all?
Maybe.
Do you like how are we getting this red out? Staggered, we can't right now, right? I think we have to sit here, keep our speed there, yeah. And then if we're here and here, like there's no way out. Yeah. You want to call a timeout? No, I think that's a shot. Okay. Yeah. We have to open this up.
Yeah, I agree. What kind of weight, Tab? What kind of weight? I thought so too.
Like a little less? We want to keep your shooter around.
Like a 10-5.
All right, so they saved their timeout.
She called to, I just need the wrong weight.
What kind of weight, Tab? Are you okay with 10?
Sure. Alright, Court.
Basically a nose hit, trying to keep their shooter right there and get rid of that stagger. That's what they feel is their biggest threat.
Final rock for Corey TC here in the ninth end, playing for bronze. Team USA with the hammer will need a multiple to stay in this game against Canada.
Hard! Hard! Whoa. Okay.
Scatters some red around a little bit. Canada line 3
Good, Court. Nice shot.
as we come to Skips Rocks here in the ninth. Here our skip. So you look at that house and the way the rocks are laid out at this point, US needs a multiple.
Yeah,
Like, otherwise you have to pick this word in. Do you draw another one in?
Canada would love to get rid of those American stones, but because of the angles, they jam onto the reds that are on the T line.
Yeah, this side.
Yeah. Well, she can get it with the 1 or the 4.
Yeah, but the one
Shot 2, 3, right?
and wouldn't be shot over that one, I don't think.
Okay, do we want to come like right there?
You want to
I
make
don't
sure
know
you're
how tight
guarding
we want
it.
it.
I was thinking
curl a little more.
Yeah.
Looks like they've opted to throw a guard.
Yeah. Being so good in here.
So trying to get this stone on the left side of the center line as we're looking at it, trying to prevent Team USA from running one of their own yellow stones onto the red shot rock on the butt.
She skips the number 1 ranked team in the world.
Real tight. Yeah.
Rachel
Hey, mine's a
Holman,
little
first of
tight.
2.
Mine only. Mine only.
Mine's really good. You might have to finish. I think we're heavy.
It's top curl. Curl. It's good. Real tight. Curl.
Almost
It'll
there.
get there.
Just gotta sit.
It'll get there.
It's over curling.
Hey.
So,
Back to a little bit of a panic line call there from Rachel Holman.
Yeah.
Just threw it a little bit heavy so it's deeper than they would have liked. It does take away one of the run
I think
backs.
you gotta throw a little bit of weight though.
Yeah, you gotta move 4 rocks.
You're gonna be hitting that pretty thin. Gotta probably be shot, right?
Are we trying to keep the shooter?
I don't think you are.
The yellow, red.
Because you gotta hit this pretty thin.
I mean, as long as we hit, we gotta throw weight at it though. Okay. Like a 10, is that enough?
I think so.
Okay.
So looking at playing the yellow onto the yellow, send this yellow into this pocket and get a lot of things moving.
Good?
Yep. Yeah, to get into like a crotch hills. Oh, nice.
red in the back potential, or is that just too far over the side?
Probably too far over. They're just trying to create a little bit of space for themselves and definitely get the reds in the forefoot moving.
A little more. Yeah.
To throw a decent amount of weight at this, you are moving quite a bit of granite.
Easy.
Tabitha Peterson coming out of the hack. Brings some weight with this shot.
Hi, Dave. Crouch these. Yep.
There it is. 1-2. Knocks out the red. So, Canada shot rock.
Good job, Tab. Hey, that wasn't the prettiest.
U.S. second shot right here.
Canada's got to be thinking about what are the options that Team USA has on their last stone. Thinking if they can't take away everything, so what's the easiest one? What would Tabitha like to throw the most? Try to take that away.
This is a real thinking person's game. Angles.
Speed will be the same on here.
If you're new, it's the most light-colored stones closest to the button. That's how you score. The U.S. will have the last shot. They need a multiple. Canada would love a steal. Rachel Homan. Big shot for Canada. They try to close the door on the U.S.
Really tight. Hold the line a bit if you can. It's over curling a hair.
Real tight.
It's over curling. Yep.
It's over curling. Let a line stop, I think.
2.5. Okay, let it die. Let it die.
Center line guard, you like it?
Takes away the run back. Team USA might have a thin slice on the yellow in the top of the 8. There's no draw available because that corner guard is in the way.
Like 10-5? Sure. Okay.
Well, that didn't take long. Again, that 38-minute thinking time clock winding down inside of 3 minutes remaining, and we still have the 10th end to go. This rock will tell the story.
So trying to hit as much of it as you can see, trying to send it into the pocket between the yellow and the red, hopefully with enough momentum to get that red off the button.
Final stone of the night then.
10-5. Whoa, running next.
Biggest shot of the bronze medal match. A tap, and what a shot by Tabitha Peterson. 4-2. The USA still alive as we go to the 10th end.
Yes! USA gets 2 points and we're going to 10th and final period. 10th and final round.
Our new neighborhood is a who's who of who's crazy. People watch out for each other.
Or just watch each other.
I've been watching you two preach. Whatever you're up to, I won't know. What are we doing? Let's go. Hello, neighbors.
Everyone's hiding something. I know how this movie ends, and we need to leave now.
Ty loves to dance and to teach people how to dance. So he bought a .dance domain name with Squarespace so you can book him and have him teach you how to dance.
Did you know the Walmart app has over 500 million items? He knew.
New patio.
She knew.
Cool outfit.
He knows now. And knowing is a beautiful thing.
Who knew?
The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
What a game we have between Team Canada and Team USA, and it comes down to the 10th end. Team USA with a monster shot to finish off the night. They get 2 with the hammer, trail 8-7, bronze medal game. Canada in the 10th will have the final shot and a chance to win their first medal since 2014. For the U.S., they need a steal. 1 gets extra ends, 2 gets them their first Olympic medal ever, and in the 9th, how clutch was this shot by Tabitha
Just
Peterson?
perfectly executed. Really nice line call by Corey TC, able to absolutely stuff that rock in the forefoot for a score of 2.
Oh, Mom and Dad were happy. Daughter Noelle pretty happy as well.
Where is it? Stay with it.
She continues to be Captain Clutch for Team USA. For the Canadians,
Good judge, guys.
they'll have the final shot of this 10th end. Jamie, you've said so many times how important the front end can be when you set up an end. Well, Team Canada, they picked the right time to have their front end playing well. Their lead, Sarah Wilkes, at 97% for this game. It's the best game she has had at these Olympic Games. Emma Miskew at 89%. It's her best game of these Olympic Games, and they're doing it in the bronze medal match against Team USA.
Peaking at the right time and under pressure. Team USA here going hard for the steal, so throwing 2 centerline guards.
Good take.
They wanted that one to just curl a little bit more so that the 2 guards were perfectly in a line. That way, when Team Canada gets up there to call that double peel, they're more likely to keep their shooter. As soon as there's a bit of stagger, that double peel is at an angle, and that shooter can roll off to the side.
Clean. Needs to curl. Stop. Clean. Needs to curl. Whoa. Needs to curl. Whoa. Okay, really good.
Able to angle that brush and move that red stone to the top of that green area. That's known as the forefoot.
Are we just
And for
straight
Team
draw?
USA, they need a steal.
Yeah, I like the straight draw tab. Hey, let's go. Okay.
They had 13 stolen ends in round robin play. That was the second most of any team in the 10-team tournament. 9 games. And they have 1 more left in them
Weight's good.
against Canada for
Yeah,
bronze.
Wait on me. Take a look. Top 4. Wait on me. Whoa. Yay. It's running. Sitting. It's okay. Way out there. That's sitting. 13-8. Throw it a little bit. Yep. Go, Tay. Go.
So we heard the number 13-8. Earlier in this game, we heard the number 14 was getting you to the button. How has the ice changed, if at all, in this bronze medal game?
Well, that just means that it's a hair slower, but the sweepers weren't touching that one at all. So typically, when you're right off of the broom, that rock will dig in a little bit more. Really nice double peel there. Super important to make those, especially in such a close game. Really nicely done by Emma Miskew.
She's been in big games before. 20 Grand Slam titles with her friend, Rachel Homan.
2.5.
With that double peel made, Team USA is basically just guarding for their lives. They are, I believe, shot rock on the button. So you're going to see them replace this guard for the next couple of stones, and you're going to see Team Canada just peeling it, trying to keep that center line clean.
The U.S. down 1 in the 10th. Have been in this scenario before.
Good job, Tara. Good manage.
They needed to steal in the 9th and the 10th against China as they were trailing, and they came through for the victory. At the time, their 3rd straight win and 4th win in their first 5 games. In this game, neither team has been able to come away with a steal.
2.5.
Dropped it a bit.
Yeah. Less than Tara's.
Dropped it a bit. What does that mean?
Just means on the release, she didn't have that same extension, that same forward motion that she typically has.
Let it curl. Go, Tay. 2.5. Curl. Let it curl. Hard, Tay.
Which is why the sweepers are really having to work on this one, try to get it to go as far as they can go and try to get some curl out of it.
Boy, Taylor Anderson Heidi just working so hard throughout these 10 ends.
Wait. 11. Okay. Through the hole. Guards. Okay. Let's make it.
Since that guard under curled, Team Canada is actually chasing shot rock tolerance on this is to overcurl and split off of the guard.
Yep, heavy, yes.
You don't want to be wide and heavy and play off of your own stones.
Stop, curl, heavy. Yes, Sarah! Woo, Sarah! Hard. Curl.
Just by the guard, just inside, gets a rub from its own red and removes yellow. Ooh, lot going on with that shot.
It was a very small port, very well managed. It did come off slightly off of their own red, but it didn't change the angles too much.
U.S. playing quickly, just 1:37 remaining on their thinking time. They began with 38 minutes, and sometimes that can change. How can that change your delivery when you don't have a lot of time?
Well, you just don't want to be rushing in the hack. You want to be able to stick to your pre-shot routine. When you're rushed, there's a tendency to overthrow, and especially if your shot is a draw shot, you want to keep that same pace.
Final stone, 10th in. Tracy Fleury. Her Olympic debut. Will she go home with a bronze medal? Moves that guard out front, opens things up. You look at the house, those two red in the back, they're above the tee line. What does that mean for Team Canada?
Well, they're sitting pretty good right now. Team USA is going to have to move things around. They need to get shot rock. Right now, their third count.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. We have to tap this. I agree. I think we just kind of sit there, and then maybe we have something to freeze on you next. I'm just worried there's still 1-2. How do we get shot? How do we tap a bit?
E2. Or you can freeze dead on the nose on the 1.
That's what I'm wondering.
Straight freeze?
Yeah, we're tapping a little, tapping it a bit.
You could.
Or is she just
She's smashing. That's why I'd like to.
I wonder if the angle is a little better.
Right on the nose. Right on the nose. To freeze on the 1. And if you tap the hair to freeze on the 6, that's okay, right? Yep.
Okay. You seeing this turn? Yep. Okay. Alright, so just straight freeze, right? Yep. Yeah. Okay. Like right here. Yep.
United States using their timeout in the 10th. Kathy O coming out to give instruction to the team. And you know about Kathy O. She was your coach at one point in your career. 2008 world champion in the Hall of Fame in curling in Canada.
They talked a lot about the angles because they know Homan is just going to be so strong at that blast.
So, first of 2 for the American skip, Tabitha Peterson. The U.S. needing a steal in the 10th. They are playing for bronze.
No, it's really running. We're tapping right now. Oh, curl. Tapping. Back 4. Tapping. Tapping a foot. Tapping a foot. Okay.
Missed the line on that one. The speed was pretty close, but she was hoping to freeze onto the yellow stone. Just undercurled quite a bit.
Yeah. Gotta guard the outside edge of your
Had a bit of
Might be
extra weight
turn. You don't think she
on that throw.
No. This one? Yeah. No, I think they're all gone now. I don't think this one is. Like you have to hit this one to get this one. And then it's not a lot of momentum running to this one. I don't think we want it too tight because she can run it in. I think this is probably the call. Yeah, like not too tight. We just have to guard the outside of the 1. Yeah. What else are you seeing? We don't have a ton of time here. I think they got to come in and easier to be in and coming back so hard. I think so. Like a 2.5. Yeah, we can. You're off 30, please. Like match this. Okay.
So they're calling the guard to try to prevent Team USA from slashing their yellow into the button and to sit buried behind that stagger.
Thinking time clock winding down on Canada now.
Minimum to me. We can finish it. You can take a hair more. Yeah. How are you throwing it? There. Up to speed here.
First of two
3.
for the skip from Canada.
That's a little tight. We've got 2 and a half. Hold the line a bit. Hold the line. Hold the line. Not to die, Trace.
It's over curling now.
Yeah.
United States with 88 seconds here and 1 rock to go.
Yeah.
What does that guard do for Canada?
While it over curled, there's
Yeah, you have
you can still see
Okay.
yeah, exactly, all of that yellow stone.
Like, is that 11 or 11 to 5?
But it has to curl quite a bit because they're trying to make contact on the left side of it.
Tabitha Peterson, ready to shoot. You see Noelle? That's her daughter. Tara's son, Eddie. Ready for this. U.S. have got to be shot rock after this shot by Tabitha Peterson. The bronze medal could come down to this throw by the American skip. Final shot. Team USA. Bronze medal in the balance.
11, 10, 5, little Eddie. Yes.
They're on it.
Has to get by the guard first.
It rubs. It's over. For Canada, the long wait has ended. For the first time since 2014, the Canadian women are back on the podium.
Nope, Canada win. They lost.
Outstanding performance and maybe a sigh of relief finally.
So my one is over.